How is your fundraiser going this year? If it's anything less than amazing, it's time to talk to Shawn Murphy at FanPledge. No product to sell, nothing to deliver, and guaranteed results. Raise at least 10% more than your current donation based fundraiser, or it's free. Fun, fast, proven. Call Shawn at 903-948-7348. FanPledge. The champions are already on board. Are you? Band Yap is proudly sponsored by Troubadour Consultants. When it comes to planning group travel for your fine arts program, look no further than Troubadour Consultants. Whether you're organizing a major out of state trip or need top notch accommodations for the state marching contest, John Mize and his team are ready to create a custom travel experience that meets your band's unique needs. As a family owned, band director run company, Troubadour understands exactly what it takes to make your trip stress free and seamless. Plus, when you book a trip with Troubadour, they will sponsor a $500 college scholarship for a student in your band. Directors who book will also receive a free Mollard baton as a special thank you. Visit troubadourconsultants.com today to start planning your next trip with the experts who truly get it.
I'm gonna get like crap for this. I love the horse. I do. Zach was like, "Don't you dare say that. People are gonna hate you." And he wrote on a napkin and like slid it under the table, "Will you go to band banquet with me?" And I was like, "Yes, I certainly will."
Hello and welcome back to Band Yap. My name is Alexa Sanchez.
Me llamo Jose Sanchez. And I'm Jose Sanchez.
And I have a scientific guest as to who our guest is today, and it is Whitney Sims. Hi, Whitney.
Buddy?
Is it like this in your house all the time? Like
It's a zoo.
Okay, it's
all
a
the
zoo.
time.
I should have
Yes.
said hypothesis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm about to say. I was
And
like,
we
scientific
just
guess.
No, we just like take the zoo with us everywhere we go. Band hall, school, home,
I feel that.
everywhere we go. It's a
Mhm.
zoo.
Mhm.
So if you're tuning into this to this specific pod, we have now gone through the 2026 ice. Again, ice and snow. It's not snow. It's ice.
It's ice.
Yeah,
There's not much snow on the ground.
No, and we are going into day 4 of being cooped in the house. So both the Sanchez family and the Sims family are at their wits' end. So yes. So what was the most interesting thing that happened to you while you were iced in?
This will surprise nobody, but we did a science experiment, and it was all the boys. They got all of our like cups, thermoses of different sizes, and they filled them up with water, and they put them out on the railing on the front porch to see which one would freeze faster, and we kind of forgot about it. So to
So,
be
yes.
determined.
Yes.
So they did half of a science experiment.
That's funny.
They remembered today after school, and I was like, well, it's going to get cold again tonight, so we could maybe write some data down tonight.
Just try again.
Just try again. It's fine.
Like, okay, so let me ask you this question. Who do the boys tend to take after more, you or Zach?
It's hilarious because they are with us all the time, and people will comment. One of them will do something, and people will comment, "Oh, that's Zach. Oh, that's Whitney," and it's pretty spot on. If somebody is mad, usually it's Hudson. He has this like face, and Zach does it too. He like furrows his brow.
Yep.
And yes,
He has it's a meerkat thing.
yes,
That's what it is. He has very meerkat
he's
features.
and Hudson like popped out like that, like fresh baby Hudson was doing the oh god. So Hudson is exactly like Zach 90% of the time. And then Griffin is exactly like me. Bless his heart.
Our
No,
kids
which
are
one?
kind of like that
Yeah.
too.
What do you mean?
And like Hudson looks like Zach, and he's got big feelings like Zach, and all, he's Griffin is like the social justice one who is like, "I have been wronged today, and that is not okay, and I am mad about it, and I'm gonna tell you why, and I'm gonna draw it out in this long big thing." And unfortunately, genes, he inherited those from his mother, unfortunately. But it's okay. It's fine.
Well, so for those of you that don't know Whitney, she is a fantastic band director, but that is not her primary occupation. So, Whitney? What is your primary occupation?
Um, creator, chaos coordinator.
There we go.
I feel like that should be it. Um, so up until this is my second year. I don't even know how many years it was. 13 years, 14 years. I taught junior high science. So I was hired as a science teacher, and I taught 6th, 7th, and 8th grade science. And last year was my first year to move over, and I teach graphic design, yearbook, photography. I proctor like our dual credit stuff for seniors. Um, and I'm a band director for 2 class periods a day.
Man,
So it's a
if it
zoo.
A Jill of
yeah,
all trades.
I'm
Yes.
if anybody ever complains about all the prep work they have to do for band.
Oh, I wanna hear none of it. No, thank you. No, thank you.
So, okay, so where do you stand on the nature versus nurture?
What do you mean?
Well, since you've kind of had a scientific line, do you feel like nature takes more precedent over nurture, or is it a combination of both,
Like for band, like for music, you mean?
or just
Like
for anything?
for anything? I think it depends. I think your environment definitely is a contributing factor. I think your genetics are a contributing factor. And like where you how you grow up. Like I've always kind of been fascinated with twins, and like twin studies, um, and how they like split up twins and like one of them grows up to be this, and the other one grows up to be this, and um, so I think it's both. I think it kind of depends on what you're talking about. Um, but yeah, I think it can definitely be both. I think personality, um, I think a both. Yeah, I guess it kinda depends
I
on
think
what you've
about
got.
I think about this with our twins a lot because, they're raised in the exact same house, they're born at the exact same time, and they could not be more different. Now, one's a boy, one's a girl. I feel like that could have some stuff to do with it, whatever, but they are just
Zach and
they're
his twin are they
I
are
forget
about as
that.
opposite. He yesterday was, I think, maybe, like, genuinely the 2nd time that I have kind of mixed them up almost. But Zach, he never wears hats, and he had a baseball cap on, and he came in the door, and I was like, "Oh, you look just like your brother," because twin Sims, always in a hat, just very, like, very country, um, and it was weird. That was, like, the 2nd time. But no, they could not be more opposite, the 2 of them.
yeah.
And what's funny is that me and my brother are so much alike, but yet we're so different.
Yeah.
Like whenever I talk to my niece or talk to somebody, they're like, "Oh my god, you sound exactly like my dad." I'm like, "Fun fact, he probably got it from
From
me
me.
Yeah, really.
first." So your dad kind of sounds like me. That's on you.
Well, it's weird because okay, so Zach's twin brother's name is John, so their kids and our kids, Hudson and Griffin, they're more like step siblings, like, genetically, than cousins, and they look very similar, because Zach and John are identical, so I don't know, it's just that's always kind of thrown me that they're very different, and genes and family tree, it doesn't deviate very far with it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, Whitney, you know, we have you on the podcast because after we talked to Zach for the first time, he's like, "Oh yeah, Whitney doesn't have like a music education degree," and I said, "What?" I was floored. Can you tell us how you have created this fantastic story to where you are a part-time band director and well, actually almost a full-time band director and a full-time mom and a full-time educator. Can you
Tell
tell
us
us?
everything.
Yes.
Tell us your
Everything
life story.
in the beginning. Um, um, it kind of, I guess, started, like, out of necessity, honestly, because so Zach worked in Sabinal for, a year before I started there, and he was teaching, I don't remember this part, like, 4th or 5th grade all the way through 12th grade by himself. Um, and I was going through I'm an alt cert teacher, which is, like, another, like, um, but, like,
Can we
I
get
don't
that in writing?
know.
Is there a
Yes.
descriptor with that? Are we
It's
going to be
just
able to put that on the
letters.
pod?
I'm
Just
sure it's in
letters.
the transcript.
Alright. But I don't know, like, that year was crazy, but I was working in Natalia. I was a library aide in Natalia, the longest 187 days ever. So I had an apartment in Hondo, and I would drive 30 minutes south to, Hondo every day, and Zach would drive, 20 minutes west to Sabinal every day, to go to work, and so after work, if it was, like, an evening rehearsal, if it was Friday nights, I would drive almost an hour, to go to Sabinal to go help out because he was one person with the whole program, and he was a year 0 teacher, and he was like, "I don't know what I'm doing." I'm like, "Well, I definitely don't know what I'm doing." And so we just had to figure it out, and so I went during summer band, and we had to clean out the band hall. We had this pile of uniforms that we had to sort through with this pile of instruments and music. And so I think it was just like out of necessity that Zach needed help. And I didn't want to sit at home and like twiddle my thumbs and be alone by myself. So I was like, if I'm going to see this dude that I'm going to marry, I think we were engaged. Yeah. Um, then I had to go to the band hall. I have to go meet him where he's at and go help. Um, and so I kinda just I don't remember asking, "Hey, can I, like, come up?" I think I just, like, "No, I'm just gonna go, and I'm just gonna show up." Um, so I think that's been kind of a common thing. I don't really remember asking permission for a lot of things, but, oh well.
Well, so like let's backtrack it even more. Let's because like there's so much lore here. Like I'm ready for it. Like so ready for it. So you are a Central Texas girl. You are
Yeah,
from the
yeah,
booming metropolis of Lorena,
I know.
Texas. Can you tell us about Lorena?
Go Leopards.
We do not have a stop sign still. A stoplight. We have a stop sign. But yeah, I am a proud product of small schools, ATSSB, Region 8. And I went K through 12 at Lorena. My grandpa was the high school principal for a while. Then he was the superintendent of schools. And my brother and I both went K-12. And Lorena, my parents and family still live in Waco. And it was really, really cool being in a small school and getting to do almost everything. There were, I think I graduated like 115 kids, which at the time was huge. So Lorena hasn't really grown a whole lot since I graduated. But it was awesome. I had some of the most amazing teachers, that I'm friends with on Facebook now, and it's really cool to have that, like, full circle moment of I'm a teacher and I see, like, this side of what they poured into us, and it was great. It was a really closely tight-knit community, sometimes too close, and, small towns and being, like, stuck with these same people until 12th grade. Um, but it was I think we were limited in, like, the trouble that we could get into because, like, where are you gonna go? Waco? Ooh. And
Waco's changed quite a bit since
it
you've
has
been gone.
changed drastically since then,
No,
but
this is pre silos.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
It's a whole new world, like, I
This was the post-Davidian,
Yes!
pre-silos kind of, you know.
That was a dead time in Waco. Like really
My god, we
just
were, like, always in the news for, like, all kinds of crazy, and
Yeah.
my mom worked for the sheriff's department, and she was actually out at the Branch Davidian stuff. It was crazy, like, I don't know, I didn't used to say that I was from Waco because of, "Oh, did you know the Branch Davidians and you know da da da?" I'm like, "No, no, I didn't."
she should have been like, "Yes, I love David."
Yes, I was like he's like, "Yes." Oh my god.
He was a close
It
family
just
member.
I just was like, "I'm from Central Texas." I was like, you've never heard of it, it's okay."
Wow. I we drove past. I told my parents this, I guess, but because my parents, like, I grew up. Well, how far do you think it is? Is it like 2 miles, three
Yeah, like 3
miles
miles.
from the Davidian compound? And my parents, still live out there. They lived out there like during the raid, all the stuff, whatever. And so I was like a baby when it happened, and the helicopters used to fly over our house. But we drove out there the other day. We had to take like a weird way off the loop because the traffic was stuck, and I was like, "Oh, you can just go this way." And we drove by, and there was like a gathering happening outside, and it wasn't just like, "Oh," because people go and they look at the stuff and whatever, but it was like organized, and there was a group
It's
of
like
people outside, and I was like,
30
"Oh,
years ago too, like,
yeah."
it wasn't, like, recent.
No,
It was a
but they
go.
were they were having something. I don't know if service is the
A
right word.
shindig.
They were having a shindig
Yeah.
of some sort out there.
To each their own, I mean,
Yeah.
that's Waco.
So okay, so you graduate Lorena and you
Mhm.
head to now the king of the NIL, Texas Tech.
That's
Yes,
right. That's
Wow.
right.
they pay their players like, oh my
They
Yeah.
goodness,
do. They
they
do.
they basketball. It doesn't matter football. They just
Yeah, their facilities are like crazy, and all the players and
It was
whatever.
not like
Basketball,
that when I was in school. I sound like such a boomer, like, "Back in I day."
unk.
But, yeah, it's like there are cotton fields all over the place, and there were, but, like, it's like a place that you could go to now, and they have a HEB in Lubbock now,
they
like
they planted a few trees.
yes! It's insane, like, we went up for alumni band day in August. I was like, "Oh my god, this is, like, amazing. I'd love to go to school here now."
That's
It was
Did
cool.
crazy.
was that the anniversary?
Yeah, and it got rained out.
Yes. Oh, it was I literally I w we were in the tunnel about to go down for halftime, um, and there were 1,000 alumni on the field, and we had, like, practice, we're gonna do this big spell out, like, a whole thing, um, and, like, everybody was there, and there was a guy, he was, like, 88, who it was insane. So we were in the tunnel about to go down on the field for halftime, and we could see this cloud. And I had never been rained out of marching anything in Going Band. I marched for 5 years, never once rained out at all. I was like, "Nah, for sure, we're gonna make it, we're gonna make it." And they called it right before we were about to go on the field, and I laid down on the ground in the tunnel, and I just, like, wept. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I was so crushed. I was so sad,
So
It's like,
sad.
but
first of all, we have
I
to be
remember
back in
seeing that. It
Lubbock.
was like,
Second of
oh,
all,
yeah.
so sad. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's fine.
so
It's fine.
so you end up at Texas Tech and you are majoring in what at that point in time?
I wasn't going to go to tech, for I'm a millennial female, and we all wanted to be marine biologists, and I was
That's why hydro
going
flasks are like such a huge thing.
well, I was gonna go be a marine
Save the
biologist.
turtles.
I had, like oh, yeah, I was like, "No, no, no, you gotta cut up, like, the can, like, liner holder thingy."
Yeah.
When I was a kid but no, like, I was gonna go study, like, marine mammals, I was gonna study echolocation, I had it all, like, mapped out for years from, like, little tiny child, I had it all figured out. And my senior year of high school, my mom was like, "Okay, you gotta go, like, actually go to school, like, to go tour the campus and do all the thing. I was like, "Okay, fine." So, I looked pretty hard, at University of Alaska at Fairbanks, because if you're gonna go do marine biology, like, that's where you're gonna go. And then I was like, "Well, that out-of-state tuition is expensive." And so I said, "Okay, well, where's a little bit closer?" So I looked at University of Washington. I was like, "That's still really far."
Go Huskies.
Huskies.
What's a little bit closer?
A little bit
Washington.
closer. I was like, and, like, also,
Hey,
like,
Fairbanks is up there, you know?
it's amazing. I'd been up to Alaska. We went skiing up there with my grandparents whenever I was a kid, and, like, it's beautiful. It's amazing. I would go live in Alaska today. Um, but out of state tuition. Okay, fine. So, but Washington, like, that wasn't any better. It was a little bit closer. And so I was like, okay, in Texas, where can I go? A&M was the place. Well, uh, I went down, I toured, and I did this really cool thing, which I totally highly recommend. They let me shadow a student. I got to stay in the dorms. I got to shadow and like follow a student around. I got to meet the professors, like, the whole 9 yards, like, have a actual student experience. I went to, like, Midnight Yell, the whole thing. Um, but so marine biology classes at A&M, you go to the Galveston campus. And I was like, "Well, can I be in band?" And they were like, "Well, no, but you can go to the games." And I was like, "Well, that's not what I said, but
I said what I said.
okay." And so it was this weird, like, I gotta choose, and I got this really, really bad, like, my mom tells this story. So Saturday morning, there's like a parent meeting, and you had to go to, like, financial aid and, like, sign up for your dorms, like, all the thing. And so my mom was gonna meet me at, the dining hall and pick me up, and we were gonna go to, like, financial aid and stuff, and I had my bag packed, and I was not gonna eat breakfast. My mom came in, and she was like, "Okay, let's go to the." I was like, "Nope, I'm going home. I am not going to school here." She's like, "What?" And I said, "No, I'm going home. I'm not going to school here." And she's like, "Are you sure? You don't even want, like, a T-shirt?" And I was like, "Nope, this is not it. I'm not going to school here." And so the 5-hour, whatever it was, ride back home, the whole way I was like, "Crap, what am I gonna do?" Because I had, like, for years, I was like, "No, I'm gonna go to A&M. I'm gonna go be a marine biologist, da, 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 da." And I got home and everybody's like, "Oh my god, you loved it, da, 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 da. They give you scholarships." I was like, "I am not going to school there, guys, no." And I, for a couple of weeks, was like, "I do not know what I'm gonna do. I do not know where I'm gonna go to school." And, my whole family, like, went to Baylor. My Both of my grandparents, my grandpas went to Baylor. My grandpa on one side played football, on the other side played baseball. My grandma worked at the School of Music at Baylor. Like, everybody was like, "Go Bears, go." And so I did, like, the tour, the preview thing, and they were building the new science building. Super cool. I knew about the Golden Wave Band. I'd been to, like, all the homecoming stuff, and so it felt like a pretty natural fit. I can be in band, I can do science. They have this huge new science building, and I left the preview at, like, lunchtime. I was like, "No, this is not it." So I went back home again. I was like, "I don't know where I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna live on my mom's couch forever." And so my band director in high school, he had a couch in his office. I remember sitting in his couch, and behind his desk, he had these 4 framed pictures, and I was like, "Okay, tell me about, like, what is this thing?" And it was drill, this marching band drill, and he went to tech, and he was like, "That's going bands. That's." And I now know it's the Western show. So it was a flower drill, and it was tech spell out. And I was like, "Well, what is that band?" And he said, "Well, it's the biggest collegiate marching band in the United States." I was like, "Okay. Can I be in band and do marine biology at the same time?" And he was like, "Yeah, I think so." And so I went to the library at school, and I went to ttu.edu, and they had some marine biology classes, and I could be in going band and be a science major, and I applied that day. Um, and I was telling everybody, I was like, "Nope, I'm gonna go to tech." And I got my tech acceptance letter before I got my A&M acceptance letter, and I was like, "Okay, well, that's fate." So here we go. I had not seen the campus. I don't recommend this part. I had not seen the campus. I did not do a tour, none of that, until I went for orientation in June to sign up for my classes. Um, but I went on a tour, and I went and did, like, all the stuff that you do when you go register, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I was there for 6 years. I loved, 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 loved going to school there. I loved the university. I loved the people. I loved the going band. Just it was my family. I never once got homesick. I absolutely loved it, and that is one decision that I've actually never regretted. Um, but yeah, I started at Tech, and I was a biology major, and we had to declare a minor, so I was a chemistry minor. And I did that for a long time, and I guess I should have known, but I kept taking, like, all of these other classes. Like, I took a photography class. I took a junior level drawing class that I was not prepared for. Um, I kept taking all of these classes because I could, because I signed up for them, and just in things that I was just really, really interested in. Um, and I loved learning. And so when they finally my advisor was like, "You need to graduate, and you need to, like, put your degree together, and you need to graduate." So I have a general studies degree, um, and they only let me put 3 minors on there, but I technically have 5. So the 3 on there, biology, English, and music, and then I have a minor in chemistry and a minor in Spanish that I don't know, are, like, in spirit, I guess, not in my diploma.
Running a full house there, man.
I know.
Golly.
I loved it.
Golly.
I loved because Zach's classes, he would go to Linda Gregston, and she would sign him up for all of his classes and tell him, like, "Okay, this is the next thing that you need to take." And biology majors or arts and sciences majors, I had to go flip through the course catalog and go find all of my classes, and then I had to wake up at midnight and register for everything, or go down to, like, the foreign language building with this little card and go, like, ask some secretary in a corner, like, "Can I please sign up for the Spanish class?" And so by reading the course catalog, like, Tech has a vampires class. I never took it, but, like,
Excuse me?
yes, there's a vampires class. It's in the psychology department. And there's I
I
took
thought I had a
a
stroke there for a
You get to
second.
read Twilight?
yeah,
I
I
was
mean,
like,
I'm sure, like, I took a film studies class, um, and we watched movies, and we critiqued movies and, like, the scores to films. I took a course called Literature of the Fantastic. That was an English class, and, like, our required materials was, like, Harry Potter, C.S. Lewis, J.R. Tolkien,
That's
like,
fun.
I loved those classes. Loved, loved, loved those classes. It was
The
amazing.
vampire class is Slav 2301, the vampire in East European and Western culture. The
all right,
abbreviation Slav
Slav.
2301.
But what they
That's
don't tell
hilarious.
you is you could sign up for classes. Like, I I was not a studio art major, and I signed up for a junior level drawing class, and I walked in, I was like, "Hi, guys. I have no idea what I'm doing. I've never taken art before, and I'm in this junior level drawing
Where
class."
you were like the person who like, where am I gonna travel to? And they spin the globe and you go
Pretty much.
here.
Pretty much.
Well, those are the people that I don't know if I went to community college for this, but people would be like, I'm going to learn music theory. And they go to music theory and they're like, what is this? Why are you guys singing? Like, that happened a couple times.
This isn't where I parked my car.
Yeah. Anyway.
so, so where's the tortilla? Sorry, the tortilla throwing like
There's been a lot of
there.
Spanish speaking in this
Yeah.
podcast so far.
I mean, I have a minor, so
I know. It's
I'm
fitting.
kind of out of practice, but
It's in one of Whitney's Jill of all trades.
Yeah.
Like she's like, this is like playing Dungeons and Dragons, but Whitney has all the cards.
Yeah.
all the car.
Jeez. So was that a thing back when you were in school?
Yes, I've heard, I think, every story about how it started, and I don't think anybody knows. Um, but yes, the tortillas, I've been hit with the tortilla. It's yes, it's a thing.
Same.
It's a
Different
thing.
circumstances, but yes.
And the chancla.
So you went to Texas Tech. So we're like I said, we're gonna get more into the lore of things. So like Whitney, why band?
That was where, and I think so many people have the same answer, and it's I love this part about band because it's your family, and your chosen family, and it's the place that I always felt like I fit. I always felt welcome there. I didn't ever stick out. I wasn't ever the weird kid, and I just felt like that was my home and those are my people. Even in college marching band, um, 'cause I remember, like, telling people in high school, like, "No, I'm gonna go be in marching band in college," and being like, What?" Like, it's like professional marching band. Um, and I just I never ever felt weird or like the outcast, in bands ever. And it was something that I always look forward to. It was hard, like, the practices and, all the stuff was hard, but the the family and I think that that's something that I think Zach and I try to bring back to the band hall now is that same family feel because I think it's still the same for kids that are going through band right now. That's their family. That's their chosen family. That's where they all fit. And it's I mean, we have kids that are valedictorian, we have kids that are like last in their class and we're trying to get them to graduate. And we have kids that are athletes and kids that have never swung a bat at all in their life, and everybody fits. And there's a place and there's a role for everybody, who wants to walk in the door, and it just it was a home that I needed, and it was a family that I needed, and it was stability that I needed, that I really wasn't finding anywhere else in school.
Well, they say like it takes a village for a
Mhm.
student or for a person to like grow up the correct way. I mean, and it really does. I mean, we have kids who get out of our program, and like the ones who don't find something to grab a hold of are the ones that are like, I hate to say, worse for wear,
Yeah.
versus like a kid who's still involved in athletics or involved in like theater arts or just involved in something. You can see that they still have a connection versus what we call the hall walkers. That's what they do. They walk the halls and they go home. And it's just like it for me. That's always like the sad thing to see, like any kid from our program to a different program, like when they leave a program and they do nothing else, and it's just like ugh, ugh, it's really sad. So
Yeah.
what is your primary instrument?
French horn,
I didn't know you were a horn player.
French
I
horn.
feel like Zach talked about that.
Slightly.
That's how we met.
Yeah.
Gross.
That's why I
So
remember him
gross.
talking about it.
Did you empty out on his foot? Please tell me you did that.
Zach was at the other end of the section for
Boy, that was
me.
you.
I didn't empty out on anybody's foot. I emptied
Near my
on
feet.
on the floor. Whether or not you walk through it is a whole nother situation. Not my fault.
That's how Jose and I met. So, yeah.
So Texas Tech,
Texas
and
Tech,
you're
Welcome Raiders
you're in the going band,
in the going band.
and then this sweet thing walks in through the door by the name of Zachary Elizabeth Sims. So, can you we've been fed a story on how you two connected. Can you give us the correct version of this story?
I think Zach got it pretty close. Yeah, he thought that I was a loser. Um,
Wow.
and I mean, I was like, I was landing on like pretty hard. And so I'm 2 years older. Zach was a freshman. I was a junior. Um, and he was Zachary, back then too, Zachary Sims. Um, and
Zachary
he
Elizabeth Sims.
Zachary Elizabeth. He was, like, clueless, and, like, I learned how to play racquetball to try and impress this dude, and I have, like, 0% athletic ability, and I would go to the rec center, and we had, like, a racquetball club, and I, like, bought a racket and figured out how to play racquetball, and I actually like racquetball, it's actually really fun. Because it's not like tennis where you have to go, like, chase the ball around. It's all in, like, a court. So it's, like it's my kind of sport, and it's indoors. Um, but yeah, like, I was, like, trying to lay it on pretty thick. I don't recommend this either. I skipped class a couple times to hang out with Zach. 'Cause he had I had, like, a lab or a class or something, like, right after band. Because Go and Band met right in the middle of the day. And, um afterward, I would go to science building, go to class, and Zach would go to lunch, and I was like, "Dude, like, I mean, I'm kinda hungry, but yeah, I'll go eat lunch. Okay, sure. Yeah, I have a class, but not right now. Not today, I don't." And so we all there's a big group of us. We all went to the dining hall across the street to go eat lunch, and we were just sitting talking, and he wrote on a napkin and, like, slid it under the table, "Will you go to band banquet with me?" And I was like, yes, I certainly will." 1 year later, yes, I will, finally. So, yeah, it took him a while, but he got it. He got it. He got it.
Sometimes we're just
I
oblivious.
mean, I was laying it on so thick, it was, like, just shy of, like, "Dude, dude." Like, the answer is yes, you just have to ask. Just ask. I went on a date with this guy. He's a nice guy. His name is Phil, and he lived on Zach's floor in the dorms, and Zach caught wind that I went on a date, and I guess my kind of rule was, I'll go on a date with you, you get, like, 1 date. But because you asked me out, like, I'll I'll go on a date with you. Sure, fine. So Phil asked me out. This is in October, at the very end of October, beginning of November. And Phil asked me out. And he took me to see a Christmas movie because he heard that I like Christmas, which I do. But
Who
like,
doesn't like Christmas?
but yeah, but I'm like, let the seasons like go like as they are.
Like, we
So
gotta get to Halloween first.
yes, like there's an order of events here. And so, we went and saw a movie, and I guess we ate dinner, I don't know, probably. Um, but he, like, picked me up, and, I remember, like, getting out of the truck and, like, closing the door and just being like, "Bye, Phil, see you tomorrow, band." And, like, didn't even, like there was nothing after that. And so, apparently, Phil went home to the dorm, and all the dudes on the floor were like, "Hey, Phil, how's your date?" And Zach caught wind of it, and the whole I skipped class and, Zach asked me out was, like, 2 days after that. So Zach said he got a little jealous when he found out that Phil asked me out on a date, and then finally, like, got up the guts to ask me out. So, I guess I owe Phil a big thank you.
Thanks, Phil.
Thanks,
Thanks,
bro.
Phil.
Thank you.
Oh, what's that? Phil?
Phil Connors?
Phil Connors. Phil's a nice guy. He was not the guy for me, bless his heart.
Are you Facebook friends with Phil?
I think so. I think he's happily married. I think so.
Oh. We'll clip the thank you and send it to
Thanks, Phil.
Thanks, Phil. I
Oh,
guess it should be Zach who should be, like, thanking Phil for the nudge.
that's true.
But
Okay,
Zach probably
okay.
would.
Yeah, okay.
Zach
Now,
probably would.
now I'm curious. Now I'm curious. What was the biggest green light for you for Zach? Like, where you were like, "Here's your sign, buddy." Do you have a moment that, other than skipping your classes, you're like, "Hey, I really liked this."
Racquetball.
Yeah.
Racquetball.
Did you say I signed up for racquetball?
I
Wink,
did.
wink,
I
wink,
signed up
wink.
for racquetball. Um, he I remember his hair, first of all. He had like, really, really, really good hair, and he's always been very particular about his hair, but I remember being like, "That guy has really good hair." Um, but no, I just remember him being, like, super cute and being like, "Mm, okay. Who am I gonna have to, like, fight off in this music building?" Um, because Zach was, like, he was very, very nice, and guys are not usually very nice, and he was, like, very, very kind. I remember thinking like, "Oh, crap, I'm gonna have competition because Zach is nice." And all these other, like, freshman girls are gonna be like, "Oh, Zach's a nice guy, da, 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 da." But he was just he was so kind, and he was so nice. He was from a small town. He played French horn, so I was like, "Okay, check, 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 check." Um, and he was really easy to talk to, and he just was really, really, really a genuinely nice person. He said "ma'am" all the time, which made me feel like 500,000 years old. But I remember telling him, like, "Stop calling me ma'am." And he was
I
like,
think he
yes,
mentioned
ma'am."
that. I
"Ma'am,"
think he mentioned
yes. He was Zachary, and everything was "ma'am." I'm like, "Zach, I'm not your mom. I'm not your mom." But no, he was some things have changed a little bit.
you graduate and Zach graduates, and you decide to kind of like follow each other. Is that what I'm remembering?
So Zach was student teaching. I graduated in August of 2010, and Zach graduated in December. So he had to go home to start like student teaching and summer band and all this stuff. So I was in Lubbock, and we were doing like the long distance thing, and it was like 2 months of long distance. But I was like, after being like literally in the same town, same state, like literally saw each other every day. Um, Going from that to, I don't know when I'll see you. I guess I'll see you soon. I'll call you. Um, that was like a screeching halt moment, I think, for me, and being like, no, we got to fix this. And because I didn't have any like job lined up. I had no clue what I was going to do after I graduated, and I knew Zach was going to go down to San Antonio for student teaching. I'd always wanted to live in San Antonio. Um, I I still was, like, kinda toying around with, like, some kind of sciencey something. I worked in SeaWorld, a couple of summers before that, and so I loved the area, I love San Antonio, and so I kind of at that time when I worked there, I was like, "Well, maybe I can, like, get on staff, maybe I could be, like, a trainer," something like that. I got my scuba certificate, at Tech, when I was in school, and so, because if you're gonna be a marine biologist, you gotta know how to scuba dive, and so after, I got my scuba certificate, we were doing our open water certificate stuff, and I had, like, blown out my ears, and so I had gone to an ENT, a couple of ENT doctors, and they were like, "Well, you're not gonna be able to scuba dive anymore." I was like, "Do it. This is, like, gonna be my job," and they were like, "No can do, like, your ears ain't built for diving, no can do." Um, and so I'd worked in a lab, when I was in college also, and hated that. So I was, like, running out of options of things to do. Um, and so I was trying to find things in San Antonio that I could turn into a career. I looked at the Woody Museum, great museum, um, and they would not hire me. So I eventually settled on like, okay, I'll move down here, I'll start subbing, and then I will just get my alternative certification, and I can go into teaching, and I can teach science. Surely I can't mess that up. And um, so I the semester that Zach was student teaching, and then, like, the year after that, I was working at Jourdanton. I was a long-term sub at Jourdanton. Um, and then he started applying for jobs, and we were trying to figure out, like, where is Zach gonna end up? And where is he gonna take a job at? And that kinda determined where we're gonna go, what we're gonna do. And then he got the job in Sabinal, which was, I don't know, an hour from San Antonio. And it was pretty perfect. I got the job in Natalia. Um, and let's see, we got engaged that summer. Yeah. Um, and then that next year, that's when I went over and got the job in Sabinal, and I was teaching 6th, 7th, and 8th grade science, and we just figured it out. I still have no clue what I'm doing some days, but we
Okay,
we just had to figure it out.
Same.
so there was, yeah, but we're there. So like there was a full year where you were working in a different school district than Zach.
Yes.
So you being the person you are and knowing everything that we know, you don't, when you want to do something, you do it, and when you're interested in something, you like commit to that idea, which is like such a wonderful trait to have. um I think you're very good at like, I'm gonna sample this, I'm gonna sample this, and oh, I really like that. Woof. Ooh, I'm gonna sample this. I mean, that's like such a world of experiences that like I can't say that I've had the same type of experiences, because like honestly, I'm the type of person that if I have the same lunch every day, I'm not gonna really complain.
Oh, see, that makes me so like, there's no variety. Oh my gosh.
Not, I'm okay with it, just because like I'm a creature of habit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
That's just kind of like, it's probably like Zach and his lawnmower situation and his yard
Oh my
situation.
gosh.
He's
Yes.
very particular, and he has like, this is my lane, I'm going to stay in it.
Yes.
He seems very type A that way,
Yeah.
Yes.
but he has some Whitney to spice it up. So, so going through like that, like what happened in that time at Natalia that made you realize like, hey, this is what we need to do going forward in our relationship?
I had tried to find a job closer, but that was like there were no teaching jobs. Everybody was cutting back everything at that point, in education, and it was really, really hard to find a job. And so I didn't know. I remember when I went through, the alternative certification program, in San Antonio at Region 3, I think it was? 20? No, Region 20. Fantastic program. It's a huge service center there. Um, and they told us right off the bat, they were like, "Do not apply to these school districts. They will not even look at your resume and your application because you are an alt cert teacher." And I'm panicking like, "Am I gonna get a job after this?" I mean, I know that I'm qualified. I've got all the hours and all the highly qualified whatever, and I can pass the test, but I don't know if I'm gonna get a job just because all of these districts were cutting back staff left and right. Um, and so it was like a hope and a prayer that I was gonna find a position anywhere. Um, and uh, I mean, literally an absolute miracle that the science teacher that was there, Zach's first year, pulled me aside because I was at everything. Um, and he pulled me aside and he was like, "Would you apply for this job if I left?" And I was like, yeah, yes, I would." And he said, "Well, I'm thinking about." I think he was going into the oil field or private sector or something. Um, and he was like, "Well, I think I'm gonna leave. You should apply." And I was like, yeah, absolutely, for sure." Um, and I mean, on paper, it absolutely should not have hired me. I had 0 experience. I had never taught before. I never student taught. I think I had like 6 or 12 hours of observations. I mean, as an alt-cert teacher. And so I had to like beg my way almost into that position. Um, but I think because I knew the community, because I had gone to contests, because I had gone to summer band, I had started going to evening rehearsals, and I just was, like, annoying with how often I was there. People knew me, um, And I think that kinda helped maybe nudge my way in a little bit, I hope.
Well, I mean, you have to kind of create your own opportunities.
For sure, for sure.
Whitney
I
did
I
that.
I I printed off the application and my resume and whatever, which was like, 2 things long. But I printed off and I went and found the principal, at a baseball game and was like, "Hi, I would really like to apply for this position. Please let me know, when we can set up an interview." Like, I was pushy, very, very pushy. Because I had all these, like, student loans to pay, and I had, like, no money, and I'm getting married, and I have no money, and I
Ma'am,
can't live.
this is a baseball game.
Yeah, I was like, "Hi, I know you're the principal, but here's my application. Thank you, love you."
Have some popcorn.
Yeah.
So, so you said you were a library aide over at Natalia?
I was a library aide
Oh man. Okay, so you have
at an elementary.
oh
So
goodness
many
gracious.
books.
I'm about to
That's so
say
fun,
you were
though.
also
I've
No,
probably
it
seen
was not
sick
fun.
all the time.
I've seen some of the
Yeah.
books that come out of those libraries.
I had to do the book fair, picture day stuff was
Big
all in the
deal.
library. I was like but I closed my mouth and I was like, "I needed a job," and, "Yes, ma'am, I'll do whatever you need me to do."
And then she put it on her resume and
I
gave it
did.
to a principal at a
I
baseball game.
sure did. I got that job because I worked at the library, at Tech. I worked in circulation, um, and so I checked books in and out, and I had prior experience checking books in and out, and so they were like, "Oh, okay, I guess you could do that. Sounds good." Zach worked at the library too at Tech.
Oh.
So
We
Oh.
had
cute.
a lot of people that worked at the music library at Baylor. That was like one of the coveted, like, if you had a work study job, it's like, oh, do you work at the music
Yeah.
library?
You better get
It
that
was
job.
Yeah.
awesome. I actually really liked that job. I would work on Fridays, and there was nobody there on Fridays. It was
Good shift.
awesome.
Seems about right. So, ca- let me go ahead and have you speak on this because you wear so many hats. Being a mom, being a band director, and being like a teacher. I think one of the biggest things is like, what is it like being a band director's wife?
Some days it's really easy to do, and some days it's really hard to do. And I think so my first year, when Zach and I were in Sabinal, um, one of the administrators told me, he was like, "You are a science teacher first, and at work, he is Mr. Sims and you are Mrs. Sims, and you have to separate that." And I think for the last 15 years or whatever, I think that we've done a really, really good job of separating that and not being husband, wife, whatever that is, like, at work too, because I don't know, that just gets, like, weird and awkward and, icky. Um, but I think that we've really separated that when we walk in the door to being coworkers, and we don't agree all the time. Um, Zach would say maybe never, but I think that having that relationship where I can talk to him all the time and ask him questions all the time, and we talk band a lot, a lot, a lot, maybe an unhealthy amount. Um, but I think that that's really, really unique, and I was talking to him tonight when we got home, about some of the pieces that concert band is working up and asking him like, "Okay, well, what are your thoughts and opinions on this?" Because he rehearses in the room right next to us. He hears rehearsals, he hears these kids, and he knows. And so being able to like troubleshoot and being able to like bounce ideas off of each other instead of having to like, okay, I'll wait for, the next time I see them or in the morning or a text or an email and have like that kind of a coworker relationship. I think it's been in that way like really easy to separate. Um but I think because we we care so much about our jobs, and we care so much about the program, and we put so much time and energy and love into this show, into these programs that we build and we help create with the kids. Um, I think that there's like another it's not just a job. It's something a little bit beyond that, I think, for Zach and I. And it's a special kind of it's a special kind of thing that we've created, I think. I think it's hard to work with your spouse. I don't know very many people, and Zach and I are only in the same class for 2 class periods a day. I see him at the very beginning of the day, 1st period, and I see him 8th period. And then if I can sneak in there 5th period when he has 7th grade band. Um, but it's hard to be, like, right next to somebody and teaching, that close to somebody, and then go home and see them in a different capacity. And I think in that way, it's kinda hard to separate in my brain too. So I get both sides of it.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I'm asking is because like people that marry band directors that don't know about the band world or what it
Mm,
takes to be like a
mhm,
successful or competitive band program,
mhm.
man, it is a shock. A shock. So the fact that you kind of have a balancing act between being in the band world while having one foot outside of it, it's very interesting and like has another layer of like complexity to it that I don't think a lot of people will ever understand.
It's hard. I mean, Zach's 1st year in Sabinal, when I was working, he would realistically get home probably 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30 every night. And then all day Saturday were contests, and then Sunday he'd go up to the band hall because he could get work done and not have any students there. And so I figured out real quick, okay, if I'm gonna see him, I need to go be where he's at, and he's at the band hall. Um, and I'm pretty good at band, so let me see if I can help. And so it just kind of, I'm gonna go where you are, um, kind of a thing. Cause I was like, I don't wanna be stuck at home by myself. Um, and, not I don't wanna see you from the stands at a contest. I don't wanna, see you, like, waving, I didn't want that side of it. And maybe I went about it the wrong way, and maybe I was too pushy, and maybe I was like, "No, I'm gonna be here too." Whatever. But it worked out. It's fine. Um, but I don't know. I don't I don't like getting left behind. Um But yeah, like I didn't want to I didn't want Zach to have to do it all on his own, um, because I saw how hard he was working and how late he was working, um, if I could help out too, and then it just kind of morphed into this team, um, and this like, "No, no, no, we do this together," and so now Zach's schedule is my schedule, and, like, we build all of it around both of us and our schedule. And it's hard. Like, we have a 6 and an 8-year-old, and, like, they do baseball and they do taekwondo and they do, like, all of this stuff. And it's really, really, really hard. And we don't have any family that live close by. And so it is a balancing act for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. It is very hard some days.
So when did you get your first assignment into the band classroom?
Technically, I was on, I guess, maybe my 2nd year in Sabinal. Um, they made and my classes didn't change, but I started as an assistant, or Zach had an assistant director. Um, I guess my 2nd year in Sabinal, Zach's 3rd year. Um, and then in Sabinal, I mean, in Shiner, they put me on a dual contract. It was a lot of like, "What do we do with this? I'm not really sure," kind of a thing. Um, And so I'm on a dual contract in Shiner. So it's I mean, it's basically like a coaching contract, I guess. Um, so yeah, I mean, I've technically, I guess, all but 1 year had a
So
label, I guess.
yeah, I mean, it's just like, oh my goodness. So
Yeah.
yeah, Sabinal, and
Mhm.
then after Sabinal, where did y'all go?
Shiner.
Shiner. So
Shiner.
straight
Shiner.
to, so we went to S to S. That was very easy transition.
Both purple and golds.
Oh
Wow.
Both SHS, yes.
Wow, that's crazy.
yeah,
Yes.
that's nice and easy. Um, so like, how was that like transition and like going into like that program Shiner, and then going like, hey, this is kind of a, a good way for us to keep this thing going, and we're gonna have a team versus like a head director who's like kind of doing it all.
Um, Z Zach didn't tell me when he got the email and phone call about the Shiner job. I remember, like, I walked into the office and he had, like, his email up on his desktop, and I saw an email and I was like, "Do you have something you wanna say about a job opportunity?" And he was like, "Oh, I was like, "About a Shiner job opportunity?" And because I mean, they had just won, like, the 2 years before that, um, and it was really, really crazy how all of it just fell into place for us, like, every time. There's a science teacher who was hired the year before we got here, who we worked with in Sabinal, and he called me that year and was like, "Hey, I need all your science stuff," because he taught math with us in Sabinal, and so I gave him all my science curriculum that I had, um, and I called him when we were coming to interview, and I was like, "Okay, what do I need to know?" And he was like, "It's amazing. Like, the kids turn in their homework. They're really hardworking kids. You need to come here." Um, and I mean, that as a teacher who was, like, already inside the system and who knew the community, um, that kinda told me enough that I needed to know from, like, a science classroom standpoint, um, as far as, like, what is this gonna take for me to be successful here? Because I knew I was gonna go and basically I had to ask them to create a job for me in Shiner, that they did not have to do, and then also fit it to where I could be an assistant for Zach that they did not have to do. It was that whole just boom, boom, boom string of events from getting the job in Sabinal to going over to Shiner, like this it looking back, it's pretty insane how all of it has, like, fallen into place. But Shiner is it's an interesting place. It is the they take care of me here. They take care of the band program. They take care of the kids here. And the people who work hard for the kids, they reward that and they celebrate that. I remember my first year, I was terrified to tell my principal that we were pregnant and that I was probably gonna miss the last, like, 6 weeks of school, or so because Hudson was on his way, and I made Zach go tell my principal, and he was like, "Yeah," he's, like, totally cool with it. I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, I'm gonna, like, I the STAR test and, like, ugh." And so my principal called me in. I mean, he's just like this he was a coach and he was a science teacher and he's just was this big, like, big guy who's just I don't know, like, towers over you. And he called me in and he was like, "Why are you nervous? Why are you scared about this? You are going to be amazing. You're an amazing teacher. You're an amazing director. You guys are going to be amazing parents and you are going to be fine. And your kid is just going to ride the bus with you and he's going to grow up in Shiner and he's going to come into the band hall and it's going to be fine." And I had never had a principal, an administrator, anybody sit me down and say, "You are doing a great job. Keep going and keep doing that." And I left the room I left his office and I went back to the prep room, um, between the lab space, and I closed the door and I just, like, I bawled my eyes out, one, because I was, like, hormonal and stuff, but I was like, I hadn't ever felt that seen before by an administrator, and somebody recognized how much time and energy and work and love that I was putting into this job, and that I cared about how well these kids did on a STAR test, at the end of the year, and we eh, that year was nuts. It was nuts. We went to contest, um, the week before Easter on a Tuesday or Wednesday, and Hudson was born the next week. So I was like 95 and a half weeks pregnant, going to contest, taking a band to contest. And I missed literally the whole last 6 weeks of school, um, on maternity leave. And I had just finished all of my content that I had to get through for the STAR test. And like they knocked it out of the park with the sub. I left lesson plans and sub plans, and they got like, I don't even remember. It was like 90 something percent of them passed, and I got my scores back. My principal emailed me all of our scores, and it was like, I don't know, 96%, something crazy that I was like, "How the heck did I do this?" Um, it was insane, and he Zach and I were eating at a restaurant in town, and he walked up to me and was like, "Hey, I am proud of you. Good job. You kicked ass this year." And I was like, I did what?" He was like, "I'm proud of you. Like, you did an amazing job this year." And I was like, I think that was the first time that I was, like, recognized for doing a great job, for all of the work and all the energy and all the effort, and kinda getting, like, a pat on the back and, like, rewarded for it. But it's like that all the time here. People will, like, high five you and, like, "I see how much you're pouring in. I see how hard you're working. I see how late you're up here. I see all of the stuff that you're doing." It's You don't get that everywhere.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why people are always drawing a shiner, and not just for the beer. Um,
It's true, it's true.
so, like, how would you say that the what you do in the classroom affects the way you approach a band, and how you approach a band affects your classroom?
I think because I see kids so many times during the day, I have a lot of them, um, in my classes, and I just see them so often. A lot of them are really, really tired of seeing my face at the end of the day. And, like, at graduation, they're like, "Oh my god, thank god I got out of your class." Um, but, like, I we see him in 6th grade because the 3 of us band directors that we get them in 6th grade as beginners, and we get them all the way through. Hopefully, they stay through till their senior year. Um, and we have them for 7 years, and I think that's pretty rare because we already know them. Zach teaches them in 5th grade, so he knows, when he's placing them on instruments, he knows personalities and, all that stuff. But I see a different side of them outside of band that I think a lot of directors don't get that side, when you have them in a core area or a different academic setting. So you seeing, like, the whole kid, um, it's pretty cool. Kids will I've had a lot of teachers say, "Well, this kid is, like, really, really bad for me in my class, and they don't da 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 da, but they're not for you." And I'm like, "Well, can't always be me. It's pretty good over here."
When you with your like yearbook and your dual credit and so on and so forth, what grades do you see outside of band?
Now on I see, 9 through 12,
Okay.
um, for I have we're pre-K through 12 all on the same campus, so I
Oh,
see
You see
all of
everybody.
them. I see everybody, and my classroom is right by the cafeteria, and so I see everybody. I see
Yeah.
Hudson and Griffin, and when they have to go to the office because one of them got in trouble, and
Ooh.
it's oh, yeah, it's all the time. So yeah, I see everything. If you need hot goss, you need to come to my class. I collect kids coming in all the time, like, "Miss Sims, I need to talk." I have a couch in my classroom, that probably doesn't help. But I have a couch and I have a living room a dining room table in my classroom, and so it's a hangout zone in here.
Do you have another minor in psychology?
No, I never took a psychology class.
Wow.
Somehow, I never did. I've had lots of therapy over the years, so I feel like I have, but
Well, I just think that's very interesting because, like, I mean, you are, I mean, you're right. You get to see a different side of the kid than what we see in the band hall. Do your band kids keep the other kids in check?
so, I think so, but our band is so big, like, it's the cool thing to do in Shiner that there aren't very many kids who aren't in band, and, like, we've got 90 how many do we have? 98 8 through 12 in band, and there's about 50-ish kids in a grade level. I mean, it's massive. Um, and so there really aren't very many kids who aren't in band. But I think so. I think that kids I mean, there's definitely "Dude, Miss Sims is right there. She's gonna take your phone up," or, "Dude, Miss Sims is right there. She's gonna da 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 da." And, like, I'm kind of a tattletale. Um, but not kinda, I am. But, yeah, I think they just know, like, what they can and can't get away with, and it's not a whole lot. Um, but I think that there's, not like a leniency with band kids. I think that we hold them to a higher standard, um, or at least in my brain, I think we do. I think we kind of hold them to a higher standard of, like, "Dude, you're in Shiner band. You have Shiner on your shirt. Like, what are you doing?" Um, and we tell them all the time, like, Shiner means something. Being from Shiner, it means something. And if you're walking into Bucky's and you have a Shiner band shirt on, people are gonna go, "Uh," and they're gonna go find your director, and I don't want an email from anybody. And so I think that they wear that badge pretty proudly, being from Shiner.
So, band director, teacher, what are the other responsibilities you currently have at Shiner?
Oh, gotta think. I do, elementary UIL coordinator. So I take our kiddos to the UIL meet. Um, golly, what else do I do? I'm, like, drawing a huge blank. I do a bus route. I have my CDL. Shout out to Mr. Puska. He got us AC buses this year, and they are nice. It is like driving a
Nice.
rocket ship. It's a whole new world. They are nice.
Like, these
Shout out.
children honestly don't realize a lot of them is like because a lot of these kids have like had AC buses for majority of their like careers, high school,
Mhm.
school careers versus like us. This dates us like where there was no
I've
AC.
been on a lot of buses without AC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you're
roll the
like,
windows down.
And then the
Yeah.
ones that we would
oh,
have that did have AC would like drip on
yep,
you the entire
hmm
Yes.
time.
Or
yep.
just blow hot air the whole time.
Yeah.
No, turn it
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. Please make it stop.
So, yearbook. I think you said something about yearbook, graphic
Yearbook.
design.
Yep.
Are you involved in the prom as well?
I
You,
was a
you said
prom senior sponsor.
senior sponsor.
Yeah, I
Senior
did prom
sponsor.
last year. As a senior sponsor. I'm sure there's like 50 things that I'm forgetting. Um, I kind of am like a open door if you need something. Come holler at me.
Go ask Whitney.
Yeah.
You know, how long have y'all been over at China now?
This is year 10.
Are you starting to go from one side of the room of like the new people to the people who have been here
Oh my gosh, I thought
to
about this
like
the other day. Oh my gosh, yes. Because when we first got here, the most of the staff was like, "Oh yeah, I've been teaching like literally like 25 years or longer." And we were like, "Oh, cool. I don't feel so old." Because there was a lot of turnover in Sabinal. Um, but we got here and we are like, "Wow, actual veteran teachers." Like, the joke was, like, all of these teachers have their lesson plans laminated, and they did. Like, they literally just changed the date and turned in their lesson plans. Um, and so but you could go and you could ask them, like, anything, and they would tell you literally any answer to anything you ever wanted to know about teaching. It was amazing. Um, but being now year 10, seeing how many people have retired and, like, my hallway has been like, "Oh, I'm getting older now." It kinda hurts. I don't like it. I don't like it.
You start
I don't
becoming the people where the
Yes.
bodies are born like buried.
Yes,
You know,
people, like, come up to me and, like, ask me questions. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not
Girl,
qualified
I
to
don't
answer
know.
that. I don't know. Go make something up. I don't know.
how do we do this? Oh, go ask so and so. Like,
I don't
ooh, I'm
know.
that person.
Well,
Yes.
that's what Mike Howard talked about at region meetings. Like he was one of the young guys talking to the young guys, and then he like looked around one day and realized, "Oh
I
no."
am not yes.
That's the way I kind of felt this past region meeting, like
You're an
region
old
audition.
guy,
Yeah, because
old
I'm
hat.
now I am the vice coordinator for Region
Yes, you
8.
list off all of your responsibilities now that
So
Whitney did all of hers.
no, I don't need to do that. We're not here for that kind of contest. Uh, but like I was set up a table at the front of the room and I'm like telling people what to do. And I'm like, you need to sign in beforehand.
Oh my god, band directors are literally the worst about listening.
No, they don't read
Listening.
emails. They reply all to everything. That drives me nuts. That drives me nuts. That drives me nuts. Start replying all to everything.
Yep.
The
Yep.
not reading
Read your
emails
emails.
things is
They're
Yeah.
worse than the
a
children.
lot. They know, they
They are
really
worse than the
are.
children.
They definitely are worse than the
You know who
children.
you are.
Yep.
Stop.
Where do you think the children learned it? It's from you.
But I was sitting at the front of the room and like DNAs are here, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, oh God, I
You're
am
the
that
man.
guy. I'm that
That's
guy
me.
now.
Jose though likes to like he tries to
Oh,
I don't want to
I
say
poke the
break
room.
the mood. Yeah, he like pokes a little bit.
I poke the room.
Cause he will like say like DNA's right here, and then he'll be like, and if you want a free hug, please go see Blake Vadgert. And then the people who are kind of like half listening, they're like, what?
If you want free fashion advice,
Yep, that was another one. He kept like just
yeah.
yelling random things.
If you want an honest opinion, go see so and so.
Yeah.
That's how, like, I thank God y'all are not in the same region as Zach, or Zach is not in your region because he brought a whoopee cushion to our last region meeting. He bought 2 of them for Hudson and Griffin, which I was like, "Zachary, what are we thinking?" Because those are gonna go
Zachary
to
Elizabeth.
school. Those are gonna go to school, and their teacher is gonna take them up, and I'm gonna get a phone call, and the boys are gonna get a mark in their planner because of their dad, which is very uncharacteristically Zach. Zach has always been, like, very straight-laced, and, like, I would buy the whoopee cushions, but I don't know. He's changed, I guess, or I have, like, corrupted him. But no, he bought 2 whoopee cushions, and then instead of giving them to my children, goes to the region meeting and just starts, like, going to town at the back. And, like, our coordinator was apparently like,
That
"What's
Ann.
going on? What's going" Yes, like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Zach, you've
That is
gotta
something Jose
stop."
Sanchez would do.
Okay.
God, well, I'm giving you ideas now.
Mind you, what the thing is, I can't do that as effectively anymore
You could
because
do it in the mass meeting.
I am at the front. Well, mind you, it's me and John Shriver who are like
Gosh.
at the front of the room, which is like over at area auditions.
Oh my gosh. I wasn't even there for most of that.
Were you in the room at area auditions?
I was taking care of our woodwinds at the junior high and
goodness.
making
yeah.
sure they weren't lost.
Oh,
my
man,
gosh,
me
yeah.
and John were standing at the front of the room.
I came in at the very end of this.
Oh man, and like I'm like squatting at John, like John, shh.
Like in front of everyone. How
Like-
embarrassing. Oh my gosh.
Like we were just like it took everything in me to be like remotely professional. But and then Zach starts coming up and like
He's
says something.
like-
I'm like, shh.
Well,
I'm
he
about
gets
to
mad at me
explode.
because I try to, like, be the comedic relief. Like, if something's, like, heavy, I'll try and, like, throw in, like, a joke or da 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 da, and he gets mad at me all the time for just and I'm like, "Bro, every meeting that we are faculty meetings do not sit by Zach in faculty meetings because he will talk nonstop. There is one of our last faculty meetings, he got in a rolly chair. We were in the library, and he got in a rolly chair, and he started at the back of the room, and he scooted up to the front of the room right next to our principal. And I was like, "Sir, I would really like to apologize, and please don't fire me or Zach, but I would like to apologize for him and his behavior right now." He was like, "Well, he has to go home with you." So I was like, "Just please don't fire him. Please don't." He just I don't know.
That seems like me. Yeah, you couldn't put me, Zach, and John in the same room.
No.
That would be awful.
We should do it sometime.
Yeah.
No, we shouldn't. No, we
Oh
shouldn't.
my goodness gracious. So how do you make it all work? Like really, like between balancing the band and balancing like the classroom, like what is your secret sauce?
I don't know. Um, we have to be organized with everything. Like, I have my classroom calendar. We have a calendar that's, like, shared on our phones. We have a pantry calendar for, like, home stuff. Um, I I I have to have everything in its place. Everything has to be organized, and I think Zach is very much the same way too. We're like, this stuff in the band hall has to be in the right spot or we're gonna lose it. Or if somebody is telling you something, if a kid needs something, like, you need to go put it on a sticky note and you need to put it on my desk or I'm gonna completely forget about it. It's not because I don't love you, it's just because I'm busy, I'm going to forget. I suck at asking for help, and I'm still, like, 15 years in, am not good at asking for help, and so I can very easily get way overwhelmed and can start, like, swimming in it and not be able to, like, get myself out. Um, and I haven't really quite figured out how to fix that, other than just work harder and, like, get all your stuff done. But it's a balancing act for sure. I think that having Hudson and Griffin has really made us slow down and, like, "Nope, it's 4:30, we gotta go home." And we gotta go we have to do homework, and we gotta do, like, all the things, at home, and we home is important too, because if the boys aren't okay, if their needs aren't met, if their stuff is not taken care of, then everything else doesn't work, and it just starts to, like, domino effect. Um and so we talk about, like, okay, what do we have going on the next couple of days? What do we have coming up this week? If Zach gets a judging gig or if he gets asked to come clinic, we we talk about it. Like, is this going to be hard um, for me if he is gone, or is this going to be an issue if he is gone, or if we have to get a sub, or if we have to do whatever at school? How do we figure out, like, all of the different parts? Um, and it is a lot of, like, late night conversations about, okay, what if we did this? What if we did this? What if we did this? And trying to figure out, like, I don't know, the path of, like, least resistance and, like, the least amount of suck. Um, but I think having Hudson and Griffin has really made us work smarter, not harder, and like, nope, there's a cutoff point. 'Cause literally, we could be at the band hall, or I could be up in my classroom until until all night, for sure. There are that many things to do. Um, and so I think and it's also made us, like, make decisions faster and I think more deliberately, um, and to consider, like, okay, what is gonna have the best impact on our students? What is gonna be best for us as directors? What is gonna be best for us for our personal children? And to look, like, big picture, it's a huge, huge, huge balancing act, and I think that looks different for everybody. I think that looks different for if your spouse is a teacher, um, and you're a band director, if your spouse is not in teaching, um, and you're a band director. It's hard. It's especially during the fall. It's really, really, really hard sometimes. Um, because there's a lot of days where I'm not at home as much as I want to be, and Zach is for sure not at home as much as he wants to be. But we've really tried to limit the things that we miss with the boys, and I don't think we've really missed anything. Um, Hudson started going with us to marching contests. He was a band manager last year, and so our deal was, "Okay, you can go, but you're gonna work, and you're gonna show up to every call time, and you're gonna show up to every event, and if you're gonna do this, you're gonna go all the way with us, and you're gonna go to every contest, and you're gonna go to every meet, and you're gonna go to everything." Um, and he had a uniform, like, one of the our uniform, kids got us, or outfitted him with a uniform suit. He had this, like, little Hudson size uniform. He had, like, the shoes, the black socks, he had a uniform bag, like, the whole thing. Um, and our band kids just, like, they take them with them too. Like, one of them gets Hudson, one of them gets Griffin, and they go on the bus. They don't wanna ride with us on the bus. They wanna go with the kids, because 'cause they're way, way cooler than we are. But seeing Hudson at state marching contests, I mean, this kid was sobbing. He was so happy. He was so happy. He loved it, and he got it. He understood that I've gone to all of these practices. I've gone to all of these contests, and then it's been really, really, really late at night some nights, and then I've had to get up and do the whatever the next morning. And it's not all staying in hotels and riding in buses and, going to concession stands and all that stuff. It's not always all the fun stuff. So he saw that side of it, but he got to be with mom and dad and the big kids. Um, and that is something that I had really, really, really looked forward to, I think, more than I thought I would. Um, I'd always wanted the boys to go with us, to be with us, and and to have that small town, stuff, um, that Shiner has. But having Hudson, um, go and, like, be a manager and help with props, and seeing him, like, have a shirt and the uniform, that, like, that really, really, really got me this year, because he's gonna be in band in a couple of years, and he wants to play tuba or maybe bass drum, or I don't know, he changes his mind, like, every 3 days. But it's seeing that side of it, it kind of it makes me like, we did it, we're doing it right, and all of the, like, balancing and all of the late nights and all of the juggling and asking, "Hey, can you watch our kids for just a little bit? We gotta go do this." Um, and feeling like, I'm not a great mom, I'm not a great wife, I'm not a great teacher, like, I'm not able to give my 100% for any of these things right now, or all of these things right now. Um, I had at state finals this year, I had a real heavy, like, I lost it. I lost it because I was like, I feel like I've finally kinda made it this year. For some reason, I guess the universe just kinda, like, clicked this year, and it just felt right. It just felt right.
Well, I think it's also very different when you bring your personal family into the fold. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I look forward to the day that I can have like our kids like on the sideline with us, or I mean they've already been on the sideline, but like really be
We're
in the
not quite there
yeah,
yet.
Yeah.
but like really in the
It's
thick of
hard.
it.
Oh, it's hard. Yeah.
It's just a different animal because like a couple years ago we had Eleanor and Jonah on the sidelines, at the state marching contest, and it's just like
That was also like they hated it. They didn't hate it. They didn't love it because they were just like, why are we just standing here?
Yeah.
Why can't I run on the football field? They were
Yes.
what were they 2.5?
yeah, 2.5, 3. It was IC, I think.
Yeah.
Well, and like for us, and your kids are probably the same way. I mean, our kids are growing up in the band hall. You know, they spend time in the band hall. Like one of our seniors, just asked not too long ago if she could include Eleanor as her picture for her senior spotlight.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like we were like, of course, you know, you're I mean, that's our daughter, but you're also our kid, you know, and like for them to create those connections with us and with them is just so special. We have a senior who graduated last year, so she's a first year out. She got the kids like Christmas
Yeah,
gifts,
she did.
Yeah.
like just things like that. And I'm just like, you know, that's what it's so much about. It's about those connections and letting the kids see like a side of us that they don't normally get to see. They see us as teachers, but they don't see us as like they see us as parent figures, but we're not their parents. And then they see us parent our own kids, and it's a kind of a window to go like, oh, we are their kids. You know,
Yeah.
they do
Yeah.
treat us like they treat their own children. They love us the way they love their own kids. Like there's just like a very interesting window into that.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. I mean, it goes back to that family thing with band. It just like Hudson will ask or Griffin will ask, like, can we have a babysitter today? I'm like, well, actually, your mom is here. And they're like, no, we want to hang out with you. Can you get Natalie? I'm like, okay, sure, I guess. Dad and I don't know, we'll go to Walmart or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll go on a date. Fine.
Yeah. And that's another thing, like, we have been really diligent about once a week, if we can swing it, once a week, we go out and we go on a date somewhere, and a lot of times that looks like getting groceries, or, like, running and doing, like, Amazon returns and all that, because if you're not making time for it, it's not gonna happen, and so we several years ago, we're like, "No, we're gonna do it once a week. We're gonna try and do it the same night and just get a babysitter, just get a kid to come in, and we're just gonna make it happen for a couple hours a week, pay a kid to come in." Um, and it's I that part, and we end up talking about band, and we ended up talking about the boys and talking about, like, the same stuff anyway. But having that time where it's just Zach and I, and it's not anything else, like, there are no other priorities. I don't have to post attendance. I don't have to do, all of this other stuff. Somebody doesn't need a Band-Aid or, a pencil, or nobody lost, their flute music, or I'm not being
God,
asked 1,000 things.
band kids are so needy. Oh my goodness.
And
And
I've started to,
it's
like,
gotten
write their name on
worse.
their paper, and I'm like, "Stop losing your stuff. Stop losing your stuff."
And with the new door laws,
It's
I gotta go
crazy.
to the restroom. And then like you hear and
Please
you're
don't.
like, oh, I have to go answer the door, but I'm in the middle of teaching.
Mhm.
That's
Yep.
probably the most annoying thing.
Well, in like the high school band hall, we're so far away from the door.
Hmm.
And you can see who's at the door, but it is really far away.
Yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal.
Brutal.
So, do you have any like favorite traditions that you have in your band hall?
Ooh, we're a sentimental band. We like I feel like we kinda, like, added stuff over the years. Somebody will start something, we like, "No, we have to do it, we have to do it." Favorite traditions. We're really big on birthdays. Like, if it's somebody's birthday, we, like, celebrate. Like, I bought one of those birthday, like, you have them in, like, elementary classrooms with, like, the months and, like, all the spaces. I bought one of those the other day, and so we have to fill it out and, like, hang it up the band hall with everybody's birthdays. We love birthdays, or I love birthdays. We started several years ago, I think it was the year we got silver. We started the necklace thing, the charms thing, and so, we get, a charm every year, for the show, and we have a like a big brother, big sister thing, kinda like, I guess, fraternities, sororities do, and in summer band, we buddy up all of the rookies, which are our 8th graders, because we march 8th through 12th grade. So we buddy up all of the 8th graders, with a leadership kid, and we start with seniors and we work our way down. Um, but we buddy them up with an upperclassman, and that's their big brother, their big sister. And they just do, like, checks throughout the season. They, like, write him little letters. They'll get him, like, snacks, and they'll check on him before, like, all region or, marching contest. They'll check on him again, before a concert and sight reading. Um, and it's just kinda to, like, take the edge off a little bit and make it, like, not so scary. Um, but the big brother, big sister gives their necklace and their charm right before a region marching contest. And the I didn't know if it was quite gonna stick, but the number of kids who have kept their charms and have kept their necklaces, and they have all 5 by the time they're a senior. It's pretty cool. It's pretty it's and they're not expensive. Like, we get them on Etsy, we get them on Amazon. They're It's not, like a James Avery, whatever. Um, but that's something tangible that they can go, "Oh, yeah, I remember this year we did this. Remember this year we did this." Um, and they're pretty like, when they lose a charm, when they lose a necklace, they are devastated, and they're like, "I need another da, da, da." I'm like, "Okay, here you go. Here you go. It's fine. It's fine. Here you go." Um, I love that. Zach has started to wear his necklace every day now, and that's just gotten to be like a thing, like a Shiner band thing. Um, I love our big brother, big sister thing. That's I think really gotten kids, they know each other because it's a big band, it's a big program. And we started to find, like, oh, they don't know each other. These seniors, they don't know these rookies. And they're in band with each other, and they don't know anybody. Like, I remember in going band, there are 450 people in band, and we would get to the bowl game at the end of the year, and I'd get on the bus and, like, I don't know who you are. Oh, you're the same age as me. Ooh, and I have no clue who these people are. Um, but that happening at a small school, at a 2A school, it's that kinda blew my mind that they don't know each other. And so that's kind of taken that away from the older kids and the younger kids, so they know each other more. Um, what else do we do that's really cool? We stop at Buc-ee's anytime we go anywhere. Like, that's kinda how we, like, plan trips is if we're gonna go, there has to be a Buc-ee's stop. We're in this, like, little perfect little triangle. There's a Buc-ee's in Luling, there's one in Bastrop, there's one in Katy, there's one in Temple. Like, everywhere we go, we stop at Buc-ee's.
That's a win.
It
Can't
is
go wrong with
That's
by
a
going to
good
Buddies. Yeah.
tradition.
I mean, some
Going
beaver
on a
nuggets,
trip, you're going to Buc-ee's.
You go to
beef
Buc
jerky.
I mean, when we won state marching contest, like, those kids, they got their medal, and then first they were like, "Okay, we're going to Buc-ee's now." I'm like, "Yes, get on the bus, let's go." I mean, like, who are you? Yes, okay. They will work hard for Buc-ee's. They will work very hard for Buc-ee's. We were in sight reading a couple years ago, and it was my blessed little low brass, and they were, I don't know, missed an accidental or some rhythm or something, and I was like, "I will not stop at Buc-ee's if you keep missing this." Like, my superintendent and my principal were over there sitting there, and I, like, threatened them and not taking them to Buc-ee's, and they were like, "Guys, she's serious, okay." And they got it together, and I was like, "Okay, fine, let's go to Buc-ee's. Thank you so much, I appreciate you."
Is there something you wish that people knew more about the Shiner Band?
Oh my gosh, they are so funny. I mean, and I'm sure it's like that with they're so funny. Um, but are they are some of the hardest working, just genuine people. And I truly mean this when I say, like, when they graduate, I really don't worry about them, where they're gonna go, where they're gonna end up, because I've seen them from 6th grade all the way on. I know that they're gonna be okay because they've been taught well, they know how to be leaders, um, they know how to be a success, they know how to work hard because they've done it for years and years and years, and it's just a part of their DNA, and I just I don't worry about them. Um, they're s our music writer this year pointed out to us, after state marching contest, so we have, like, the finals retreat, and you get all the bands on the field. He said, "Y'all were the only ones who like, your kids, like, stood, like, in their block, but when they were calling places, our kids held hands, and y'all were the only one." They watched 1A through 6A, and they were like, "Y'all were, like, the only ones who did that." And I'm like, "Well, we've always done that. Like, that's just them, and we didn't tell them to. That's just them. That's Shiner Band." Um, they they're kind, they're funny, funny kids. They crack me up. High school band is first period, and it takes a special kinda energy to get through band first period. Um, but they are just they are some of the kindest, coolest kids. Um, and they may not be the greatest musicians in the entire world, but they are just some of the coolest people, that I've ever had the pleasure of meeting and teaching, and seeing them. I follow them on Facebook or Instagram or whatever after they graduate, and just seeing them like, "Oh, so and so is, going to France, and so is an engineer, and so is working for NASA," and they're living out their dreams that I remember them talking about, when they were in 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, sitting in my class. Um, that's it's just really, really cool, and I don't know if you get that whole scope of it everywhere, because we teach them in 6th grade all the way through. I don't know if everybody sees, we're little 6th grade kids all the way through their senior year. It's pretty rare, and I think it's pretty cool to be in a small school, um, and to just see like, oh, you're creating little humans that they graduate and they go out into the world, and they're really cool kids. They're really, really, really cool kids.
So you just hit on this, like, so what makes like small school like special then?
I think because there are so many opportunities that kids can have, they don't have to, like, specialize in, sports or music or arts or, whatever their, like, one thing is, they can do everything. Um, I think that gives them a really, really unique opportunity to practice time management, and we harp on it all the time. Like, you are given a schedule for everything at the beginning of the year, or the beginning of the semester, or the beginning of your season, and you need to be in charge of that. You are in charge of you. You need to get your work done. You need to get your schedule, and you've got to communicate. And I think that small school kids being able to juggle all of that at once, is a really, really unique skill. I think colleges and universities don't want a kid who has just been a 4-year whatever and just done like one thing. I think they want somebody who can show, yeah, I can do all of these, AP classes or dual credit classes, and I can be in band, and I can be a drum major, I can be on leadership, and I can play sports, and I can do UIL academics, and I can do one act play. I can do all of these things at a really, really, really high level, and I can be successful at all of them and in the classroom. Um, I mean, uh, that was my experience in school. I did almost everything in school. Um, and I think because of that, it was really, really hard for me to choose a major, and to finally like settle on like what I wanted to be when I grow up. But I think that's the beauty of it. Like you get to do all of these things. But I think it's also hard whenever they graduate and they're like, "Oh, what do I do now with all this free time?" And so I tell them, like, You need to go find something. Be involved in stuff, like, try activities, volunteer for stuff, get a job, like, you need something to do or you're not gonna make it. You need something to do. You need to be busy."
I think that's one of the biggest thing is like I say this, I go, idle hands are the devil's playground, and people go, what do
Mhm.
you mean? I'm like, well, when you're bored, that's when you tend to get in the most trouble. There's a reason why, the population has a boom anytime there's like COVID or an ice storm, maybe like those types of things. Because people are cooped up in the house.
Huh?
Well. Well,
Netflix and chilling. Oh,
yeah.
no. Stop. Gross.
We said it, children. We said it. So, uh, so what are your other responsibilities with the Shiner Band?
Charter band. So all 3 of us drive the buses. We take 3 buses, and then we have a band dad, drive the truck and trailers. So I drive a bus everywhere we go, which is great because we don't have to ask for transportation. I drive the boys' bus, which is I should get paid more. But they listen to me. Those suckers listen to me because if they don't, we don't stop at Buc-ee's. Um,
Fair.
um, I do I do all of our uniforms. Zach doesn't like to do uniforms, and I'm really like, "Nope, they're gonna look exactly like this, and your, pant legs are gonna be hemmed like this," and I'm like, really, really, really annoyingly like, "No, it has to look like this." Um, I teach our concert band in the spring, and I take them to contests. I teach our woodwinds for 6th grade, our beginners. And what else do I do? I was our color guard director this year.
How was that?
It was interesting. I learned a lot in a hurry. We had a fantastic choreographer. And I was, like, calling her all the time, asking her, like, "Okay, what do I do here? What do I do here? What do I do here?" 'Cause I was never in guard, but I know enough about show design and drill to, like, "No, this isn't working." Um, and so we between the 2 of us were like, "Okay, this is gonna work for Shiner Band. This is gonna work for Shiner okay, do more of this." And she was fantastic to work with, and really, really, really helped the girls grow and really helped me because I had no clue. Um, but really, really, really helped me grow and helped me figure it out really quickly. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I sewed flags for the show. I don't know if I'll do that again. Um, but I sewed our flags. Uh, I picked all of our costumes. Um, I loved our show this year. I loved it so much. I think it's my favorite show. Um, but
So
yeah.
how involved are you in the show design aspect?
Um, Traditionally, Zach has kind of put the music together. And then we kinda settle on, okay, music, what's the music gonna be? And then I'll kinda put together, like, okay, visually, what are props gonna be? What is guard gonna have? What are the silks gonna look like? I, like, nerd out on show design, and Zach kinda he gives me a budget, that I have to stick to, and, which is hard, which is really, really hard because I got big goals, but, no, I love designing show I don't know, I think that that's something that I've, I guess, kind of figured out over the years, is, like, drill not drill, but, like, show design and, like, what is the visual part of this? What could that be? And we have, Jim Reed, shout out, he's fantastic, he does our drill, he's in Tennessee, and he's amazing. He's absolutely amazing, um, at designing drill for our show and getting what's in Zach's head with the music, out on the field. It just I love it. It's amazing, amazing, amazing what he puts on the field every year. Um, and so hearing the music and then putting the visual part of it, because, I mean, that's a huge chunk of your score, right, is the visual stuff. And especially, like, with the content score now, I feel like it's kind of a whole new world, um, in 2A with making it more of a production. And I think the Shiner Band kids, they almost need, "What is the show?" What, like, they've been asking us for weeks now, like, "Okay, what's the show gonna be? What's the show gonna be?" Zach's been giving them hints. He'll, like, drop a new hint every week, and they think they've got it figured out, but they absolutely don't. Um, but they have to have something to, like, latch on to. They have to have, um, not necessarily like a story, but they've gotta have, like, some big kinda production value, some big, like, visual thing to go, "Okay, our show next year is this." Um, and if the Shiner Band can't grab onto it, if they can't see it, and if they can't understand and, like, tell their parents and explain to somebody else who's not in band what the show is, that tells me, like, "Oh, this isn't working." And so I think that that's really, really, really informed us the last several years, um, whenever we're putting a show together, like, are the Shiner Band kids gonna get it? Is our crowd gonna get it? Because they stay in their seats at halftime. They don't go to the concession stand until we're off the field. And they expect something new, something wow. They know what a good band is, and they know what a good halftime show is, and we better not lose halftime. And it's hard sometimes to live up to that. Um, but our show design is that's something that the last few years that I've really loved that Zach's let me do, is to create, like, these, I don't know, these big kinda over the top, like, he let me build a castle that went from, like, the 30-yard line to the other 30-yard line that was, like, 8, 12 feet tall. I don't even remember how tall it was, that had doors that opened, and I hand painted that freaking castle with 2 other band moms. Um, but, like, in what world did I see myself doing this? I don't know. If you asked me 20 years ago, like, no. It's I really, really, really loved this show. And I was really attached to our show this year, in Compass. It was so different. I try to not come up with something that somebody else has done. I hate repeating stuff that somebody else has done. I try to come up with something that the kids haven't seen, that our crowd hadn't seen, that a judge hasn't seen before. I don't wanna repeat somebody else. I wanna be new.
It was like a steampunk kind of
Yes.
Yeah.
version of, yeah. I thought that
Yeah.
was pretty
We
neat.
watched it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
It was so we divided the field up into a compass, and our show was it was called In Compass, and we had it was a steampunk gears, and compass theme, and it just we the band was the compass. It just I loved it. I loved it. I watching it on the jumbotron, watching it in state finals, um seeing, like, what had been in my head for months and months and months on the field, and then having other directors, having other people who, like, own companies that people pay them to design stuff, um, come up to us after finals retreat and, like, "Who made those? Who designed those? Who put that together?" And being able to say, like, "Well, that was me." Like,
Whitney.
that was cool, like, that was a huge, like that was another, like, "Ah, okay." Like, I did it. Like, I don't know if I'm there is ever gonna be I mean, what is there, right? Like, what is the end goal? But, like, to have something that's been, like, living rent free in your head, um, for that long come out on a field, a marching band field. That's a show that, like, it runs itself. The kids from start to finish, like, we just haul props onto the field and give them a pep talk and go. It blows my mind that there are I mean, these kids are 14, 15, 16, 17 years old, and, like, this is what they put on the fields at state finals. It was amazing. I really, really, really loved this year.
It was good. It was fun to watch.
It
Yeah,
was.
it's a great show.
So, like, is there a mistake that you've made that's made you a better educator?
Oh my god, every day, every week, every day. I remember very early on, not really understanding what kids need, and what kids need to hear, and being really frustrated with, like, "Hold on, why are you not understanding this? I've retaught this 14 times. Why are you not understanding it still? What do you still need for me to help you master this concept?" And that was really, really, really frustrating. I think I was definitely not patient enough at all. I didn't talk to kids the right way. I think I took a lot more than I should have, from admins, from parents. I don't think I advocated for myself or for my students. Um, Maybe not at all. Um, and I think I've over the years, like, really, like, mental note, okay, don't do that again. I think I've really learned, like, no, these kids really need somebody in front of them who's gonna vouch for them, who's gonna stand up for them, and who is gonna be a teacher, who's going to be a leader, and who's gonna, like, be an advocate for their education. Um, and I think I missed that, like, my first few years teaching. I think because I was so like, "Oh my god, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What am I doing tomorrow? What am I doing in 6th period today?" And so, yeah, I was like a hot ass mess, like, very early on, like, still am, for sure. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. But I and like I said, like, I don't ask for help, but I've learned, like, there are lots and lots and lots of people, who can help you, like, work through stuff, who can help you, like, answer questions, or, like, maybe try it this way, and maybe you'll get a different result faster. Um, and just, like, finding those mentors, finding those people who have been there, done that, um, who can, like, "No, it's not the end of the world, just calm down a second, it's gonna be fine, just try it like this," or, "Don't do that, try this." Um, and who just kind of, like, talk to me in a different way, and, like, calm me down and just, like, "No, this is how you need to do it." Because I'm definitely a, like, "Oh, they're gonna hate me, they're gonna, like, what are they gonna think of me? I can't do it right." Yeah, I just all the time. I screw it up all the time.
Same.
Yeah,
All the
consistently.
time,
So, is
all the
there
time.
something you wish you knew before, like, getting into, like, this profession?
I feel like that's a hard question for Whitney.
I know she has so many different
Yeah.
directions she can go.
Well, I think I had, like, I saw a different side of it. My grandpa was a principal, he was a superintendent, and so I saw him all the time working and answering phone calls, and so I got that. I understood the administrator side of it. I understood, like, the workload that it was gonna take, because, like, the man never took a day off. He's still, like, I mean, he when he retired, he had I don't even know how many days saved up because he never took a day off. He was never sick. I think I wish I I knew or understood more about maybe what kids carry with them and what kids are, like, bringing into the classroom with them and, like, just how heavy it can be sometimes to be a kid. And, I mean, I graduated from high school in 2004. Like, I didn't have a cell phone. We didn't have social media. Like, we had AOL Instant Messenger, and that's how we, like, talked to each other.
MySpace.
I had a MySpace in college, I guess. I think Zach was on my, like, what was it, top 8 or whatever, like,
Ooh.
one time.
Still didn't get the hint, huh?
Still didn't get the hint, Zachary. Golly, Zach. But no, I you could not pay me any amount of money to go back and do high school right now. Absolutely no way. I hated it then. I for sure would not wanna go do high school right now. But, like, what the students are, like, bringing in from home and, like, just the heavy that so many of them carry, that is so hard. Like, the mental load that they have. Um, and I think in Shiner, it's maybe a little bit different because there are so many, like, you gotta be good at this, and you gotta be good at this too, and you gotta be a good student, and you gotta get straight A's, and you gotta do all of these things all at once. It's a lot. It's a lot. I I think it's exponentially harder to be a kid in 2026, um, than it was, back in the day. And and I wish I could, like, take that load off of him and just be like, "Dude, just set your backpack down for a little bit. Like, it's okay. And this is your space in this classroom." I think I've always tried, and I think that's why I have, like, a couch and a table in my classroom is I don't want it to be like a regular classroom where, like, "You must sit down, and you must be quiet, and you must do this, and this, and this, and have your pencil, and da, da, da." Like, this can be a chill zone. Like, you can come in and you can talk, and you can, like, "Do you need something? Do you need a snack? Do you need a Band-Aid? Do you need a," like, whatever. "Do you just need to get away from that teacher for a second?" Um, and I think that that's something that I've learned is it's so hard to sit still for 46 minutes in a class, and it's so hard to, okay, you have to do it for this class, and then you have to get up and go to that class, and kids aren't coming to school for world history, for algebra, for calculus. They're not going to school for those classes. They're going to school every day for the extracurriculars, and thank God band is first period, or a lot of our kids wouldn't come. Um, but I think I wish I knew, more about just, like, the mental health struggle that I would see, with kids and maybe how to maybe help that up front? I don't know how to say that, but, like, it's hard being a kid, and I wish I could, I don't know, do a little bit more to "It's gonna be okay."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is hard because like there's just so much information being thrown at kids now, and they have stimulation all the time,
Mhm.
like all
Oh,
the
yeah.
time.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
is there any advice that you'd give like any young educators?
It's gonna take a lot of time and energy and effort, um, on your part. It's not gonna be you're not gonna be a success day 1. Um, it's gonna be a lot of work, and it's gonna be a lot, and there are gonna be a lot of days when you want to go into the prep room, or you want to go into the practice room and close the door and bawl your eyes out because you have no idea what's going on, and you have no idea what you're doing. But I think that just means that you care. I think I don't know, maybe just, like, just try it, like, just stick your neck out there and just try it. Um, and just ask the hard question and just like, what's the worst that could happen? Um, my first year, that I took concert band when we split bands, when we came to Shiner, Zach was like, "Okay." you're taking a band to contest. And I had to figure it out real quick, and I had to ask the questions real quick. And we had a lot of talks about, like, okay, because I had watched him teach for years, and so I knew a lot of how's it go, um, but I had to do a whole lot of learning real quick, real quick, um, so that I was prepared enough to be an effective teacher for these kids. And so I think not being afraid to, like, ask the questions, not being afraid to, like, to to figure it out, and to put in the work. If it's important to you, then you sometimes you just gotta suck it up and you just gotta do it. It's work, but it's worth it work, I think. It's about kids.
Yeah.
I think that's what where people sometimes lose the vision is like, who is this really about? Is it about you or
Mhm,
is it about the
mhm,
kids? And
mhm.
that's something that you have to. I think that's harder for a lot of young educators
Yes. Yes.
versus like older educators, and even at
Yes.
that, some of the older ones still don't get it.
No.
Yes.
It's the
It's
all about me show.
Yeah.
that is frustrating. This goes back to the whole, like, I'm not good enough. I've had that, like, dialogue, inner dialogue just running, like, nonstop for years, um, for various reasons. But, like, it's not about me. It's not about Zach. My name is not on the trophy. Zach's name is not on the trophy. Zach's name is not on the gold medal. Zach's name is not my name is not on a medal. It's these children. It's these kids that keep coming into the band hall every day, and that keep coming in and keep sitting down and keep wanting and expecting to get better. And it's you cannot have an ego and do this job well. And if you do, you're in it for not a paycheck, but you're in it for all the wrong reasons. If you are not showing up every day for the kids that are coming into your classroom, whether it's 4 kids or 400 kids, then you no, mm-mm, not about that. It is about these kids having a great experience, and if you are not helping those kids have a great experience, then this is not your classroom, this is not your school, this is not your place. And I think that that's something that Zach and I have really tried to, we're not in the pictures. It's these kids that are in the pictures. They're the ones who are playing the music. They're the ones who are marching around on the fields. They're the ones who are doing all the work. And they don't need me up there waving my arms at contest. Like, they could do it on their own just fine. Um, I think just guiding them in the right way is kind of more of what we do. And I think Zach and I have really, really harped on with our leadership team, like, no, this is not about you. If you're a leader to have an ego and to add some more, things behind your name on your resume, then you're not doing it the right way. Because this is about something much, much, much bigger and much, much, much greater than just you and your name. That grinds my gears when people are like, "Well, I blah, 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 or my trophy or my da da." I'm like, nah, no. It's your students. It's not you." Like, I didn't get all those STAR test scores. That was all those little babies who took that STAR test. Like, that was all them. They had to circle all the answers. They had to do all the work.
They had to fill in the Scantron.
Fill in the scantron.
C C
See?
C C.
And there's so when you're, like, actively monitoring, you're, like, walking around and you're like, because 'cause you're not supposed to read the test, but you, like, peek over and you're like, no, I taught you that. No, circle the other one. No, 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 no."
Yep.
How often do kids have to use a Scantron? Like, probably never, right? Because they just do it on a Chromebook?
Not anymore. Yeah, everything is computer-based now.
Do you
Man.
remember having to go buy a Scantron at the bookstore in college to take a
Okay,
test?
so
Yes.
I got real smart. I started buying, like, the bulk pack,
Huh?
and then the blue books. and I would sell them to kids that
That is
forgot,
very smart.
and so then I would go buy me a Dr. Pepper and with my extra money.
Do college kids have to do that anymore?
I don't think so.
They
Probably
just
not.
take it on their computer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, missed opportunity.
Yep.
Chat GPT
Missed
everything now.
missed lore
Yeah.
there.
Do you want to shout out anybody who's been like integral to like what you've been able to do other
Oh
than,
my gosh, there's
Zachary and
so
Elizabeth
many.
Sims?
Zachary. I mean, I think that's I get this, like, ringside seat, to, watching Zach and, like, listening to Zach and how he teaches, and so I get, like, a free education just, like, by sitting there watching him. I have learned so, so, so much from how to work together, and how to teach in a small school and how to teach well as a team, from the Rauschubers when they were at Fredericksburg. Zach and I used to go creep on their rehearsals, um, and we would go because what is it, like, I don't know, 45 minutes from Savannah. We would go drive down to their evening rehearsals, and John would let us, like, come up in the tower, and we would talk about, like, "Okay, well, so this is why we're doing this, and this is what we're doing here." Um, and just seeing, like, how John and Danny, like, built that at Fredericksburg, and just watching the 2 of them teach together and work together. I mean, we've had, like, many conversations about, like, "Okay, how do you do this? What am I doing?" And Danny has always, always, always been, because I mean, she's a female in a very, very predominantly male-driven field, and she's incredibly successful. And she coaches kids and how she talks to kids, I just soak it up. I love it. I love watching the 2 of them teach and interact with students. Um, but Danny has always been like, "No, send me recordings. What are you working on, for contest this year? Like, I wanna hear your recordings. I wanna hear your group. I wanna hear this. I wanna hear this." Like, she has been so rah, rah, team Sims, team Shiner, team Sabinal, um, and John, exactly the same thing. They have always been huge cheerleaders of our students, and they look for Shiner or Sabinal kids at state, or if they make all state, or it's just really, really cool to see people who have come before you who are, these master teachers, like, "No, do it like this, or try it like this, or this is what we did, or I don't know, we just did it like this." Um, it just makes me really, really know, like, okay, we're doing it the right way. JD Yonda and his wife Nancy, like, same thing. Nancy is a math teacher, and so they have had that dynamic, that teacher director dynamic too, and we have had many conversations of like, "Oh my god, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?" Um, and they are just so, so, so willing to come to Shiner and like, "Okay, Shiner band, let's go. What are we doing today? What are we playing?" Like, they they are never too busy for a phone call, and never too busy to answer a text message, and I truly, truly, truly value them. Um, Somebody that I don't think gets enough credit and that I think is just he's so underrated, I think, and I think he kinda, like, downplays, like, how good of a director he is. Wiley at Robinson, um, that dude is a master teacher. And I think he kind of, like, sells himself short a little bit, and he just Wiley is he's such an amazing teacher, but he shuts it off at the end of the day, and he shuts it off, like, he will not answer his phone if he's on dad time, and he has really got it figured out how to be a dad, be a director, be a husband, and and do it all really, really, really successfully and really, really, really well. Paige and Wiley they're just some of the most amazing people. And they're so kind, they're so welcoming, and they're such good people, they're such good friends. And if you're like, "Ugh, I'm horrible at this," they're like, "No, no, no. No, no, no. We're in this too." Jane Yonda Malloy, that's JD's daughter. She is a middle school band director in Houston, and she, like, makes the world run. That's where I got the stickers thing. Shiner Band Kids, they will do anything for a sticker, and I get that from Jane Malloy. She showed up one time, and she had, like, a huge pack of stickers, and they were all like, oh my god, I'll do anything. I have a pencil, I'll do whatever you need." She's amazing, and she's such a pep talker when you need a pep talk. And Nicole Baxter, she's a DOFA in Lubbock, and she is, like, rocking it out there as I mean, these women that they're at, like, the top of the game, and they are leading teams and districts and kids and campuses, and they're giving back to their community, they're giving back to their students, and they're pouring back into their programs. And it's just so amazing to see and cheer on, like, other women succeed, and I don't know, I really, really, really wanna, like, rah-rah all of these girl power who, like, do it, do it, do it. It's really cool. I love it.
Who's the girl power band?
What do
Who
you
comes to your
mean?
mind when I
Like
say
girl
girl
power
power?
band?
Yeah,
Spice
Like
Girls?
there you go.
that's what I was
That's
gonna
what I
say.
think of too.
Yeah. I don't know who
Spice
else,
Girls?
like, what other, like, band is there? I know there are some. I can't think of one
Josie and the
besides.
Pussycats.
No, that's a cartoon. That's not real.
Are you sure?
That's not girl power.
I mean, I think that was
Josie and the
usually
Pussycats is like punk, like
it's empowering.
It powers.
sure, but it's not the Spice Girls. Like Baby Spice.
I was more of a Ginger Spice.
Victoria
person myself.
Beckham, although she's quite
Gosh.
controversial right now.
Is she?
Oh yeah.
Why is she?
Oh, you
controversial?
got to keep
Her
up
whole
with
family is, like, split
Her
up.
her son like disowned her and David, Sir
Oh.
David. Yeah, it's a lot. Like there's
Okay, I'm gonna have to read up on
there's too
this.
much explaining.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Dicey.
One
It's
day
real
we'll start a
dicey.
pop culture podcast.
You know what's something Alexa did for me that has
I would like to know because I don't know what you're gonna say.
the kids have taken a liking to. For Christmas, she got me a stamp with my face on it that says Sanchez approved.
Oh.
It was meant to stamp papers, but come to find out, I think Jose has been stamping children.
The children have asked if they could stamp.
I should have just had tattoos made.
You should have. But then you'll have, like,
Next
that
Christmas.
tuba player who shows up with, like,
Yeah.
all
On
of
the
them on his
forehead.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've been using it for practice logs.
Ooh.
And so, like,
puts
if
his
a
face.
kid turns in a late practice log, they don't get a stamp of approval.
Boo.
When I taught science, if you got 100, you got 100 in a smiley face. And I'm telling you, like, kids will move mountains for smiley faces, for stars on their top of their paper, for stickers. Like, seniors in high school, they will do a lot for a Degum sticker.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I would too.
What you need to do is get one of Zach in his tiara,
Oh my gosh. Tiara.
and have a.
He
stamp
got
or
another one the
stickers.
other day.
Oh my god!
I should have sent
From
you a
his Secret
picture.
Santa.
I bought our French horn section, or like the varsity junior high band French horn section tiaras, and I need to send you a picture. They all wore them. It was really
That's going to
cool.
go straight to their heads.
It
'Cause they're
already
horn
has.
players.
It already has.
And they're
So-
perfect.
But
Yeah.
that's what you need to do: get Zach a stamp with him wearing one of his crowns, and it'd be like Sims approved.
Oh my gosh. I gave out
Pretty princess. Ooh!
Pretty Princess.
Pretty
See,
Princess.
okay, that's the ones that they love the most are the Disney Princess ones or the Frozen on like,
You need to get
senior
Zach made
boys.
into a
Well,
sticker.
they requested because 'cause I'm almost out of my sticker stash, and they requested scratch and sniff stickers, and I was like, never thought about that." Okay. So I have to order scratch and sniff, and then they want some more Anna and Elsa because I gave out a whole bunch, last week whenever they were like, it's gonna snow." So I guess I gave out too many stickers and it snowed.
I'm kinda over the Anna and Elsa. I don't know if it's just because 'cause I've been
Not the Shiner
around.
Band home.
Our kids aren't over it either. We have a tuba player that likes to play Let It Go. Um, but just, like, I don't know, and it's on in the house all the time. Eleanor loves it. I'm
You
K-pop
I'm
da-
Demon
tired.
Hunters
yeah.
Yeah.
is
We've we
rocking now.
we did it, and we still like it, but it's not on the TV every day.
No, I made a, morning drive playlist because it's, like, 7 minutes from our house to school, like, door to door, and Griffin every morning is like, "Mom, hit those beats. We gotta listen to Golden, gotta listen to Takedown,"
Yeah.
and it's, like, almost perfect timing to get in the driveway into the parking lot at school.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I like Takedown.
So
It's a
when you're
good
not,
one.
yeah, it is good. The what's the one that's underrated?
Oh, you always ask me this, what it sounds like.
That's what I was gonna
Mm.
say. That's a good one. That's the song of the. Somebody said "Idol" the other
Why
day.
can't you remember,
I
like,
don't know why.
you don't think it's Soda Pop?
No,
Oh,
I like Soda Pop, but that's not it.
Jenna really
It's
likes it.
catchy, but I don't know. Takedown, that's a beat right
I
there.
like Takedown.
Yeah,
Takedown.
It's got a little bit of everything.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um. So when you aren't banding, what do you like to do to unwind?
Sleep. Um,
Yes.
sleep.
Feel that.
Um, we we have one TV in our house, and I don't really get to watch TV. It's always on, like, some guy show or football or, like,
You live with
something.
so many
Oh my god, there's
boys.
so much testosterone in my house. It's gross.
At least I have one
Um,
girl.
it's like it's like a truck stop at my house. And
Who peed on the floor?
yes, and I don't know which one. It could be Zach, it could be Griffin, it could be Hudson. I have no
Who
idea.
knows?
Who knows? Um, no, I threaten all the time, like, I'm gonna turn on a princess show so that I can watch what I wanna watch, and, like, they, like, stage a coup and, "No, mom, no, no, no." I I usually wait after the boys are asleep when I get to watch TV. I don't really watch new shows. I just watch, like, my same old shows over and over again, and, like, I don't know how many times I've watched Grey's Anatomy, but it's a lot, like, probably an embarrassing amount. But I only stop at, like, season 7 when people start dying, and then I just, like, start it over again. Um And I've started watching Friends. I had a roommate in college who had the DVD, like, box set, and she would turn that on every night, and so I've seen every episode of Friends. But it's so good, like, it's still the jokes, like, still hold up, most of them. Um, it's so good. I'm not a reader. Zach thinks I can't read, but I never got my AR points at school. I can't do it. Like, these people that are like, "I read 95 books this year, and here's my, like, books year in a review." I'm like, I am so proud of you. I just don't read. I'll listen to podcasts, but I don't know. I
It's
think
like
it's
a
because I need to be doing like, I can listen to something and do something else and multitask. I
it's
don't
like a
like to
Leah
read.
Michelle situation over
Yeah.
there.
No, Zach is no, he tries to, like, buy books or, like, "Why don't you read? You need to read. It'll make you, like, more intelligent." I'm like, I don't know."
If you couldn't
Just
read, you wouldn't have been able to read the napkin that
exactly,
he slid across the table.
exactly. I can read, I just
Yeah.
don't
I,
like
I have
to.
5 minors, so
That's true.
I don't like to. It's okay. It's been a while since I've read a book, but
Same girl, same.
Yeah, I don't know when the last time you read a book was.
It was a while.
It's been a number of years.
Yeah.
Double digit number of
Well,
years.
we also had children.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. You've read like Brown Bear, Brown Bear.
Yeah. Hungry Caterpillar.
You can like memorize Brown Bear, Brown Bear.
I did at one
What do you
point in
see?
time.
I see a red bird looking at me.
So
Okay, sorry.
Is there
That'd be a
something
good
you wish-
marching
yeah,
show,
oh
an
my
Eric
goodness
Carle
gracious.
book
Yeah, I agree.
with like cool props.
I agree.
Hungry
Onto
Caterpillar
something.
all the way.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I know.
Sure, yeah.
I'm
I
a
know.
beautiful butterfly.
I'll be here all week. I got you on your show design. That'd be cool.
Oh my goodness. I quoted.
Now somebody's gonna steal that, and I should have trademarked
know.
that.
Oh,
So
God.
rude.
I said something about a poo-poo platter the other day, and like at
It
Corbin
was like in the office, two
Yeah.
adults.
Yeah, and Corbin knew exactly what I was talking about because
These
we were talking about
children these days, they just don't watch like all the oldies.
Art?
They don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, when I say poo-poo platter, what do you think of?
The Bug's Life.
Yes!
Duh.
Because we were talking he said
We were talking about
Poo-poo platter.
a
were
salt
talking about-
slug.
we were talking about killing ant bugs.
Yeah.
That's why it came up. We are talking about ants.
Yeah, and he said salt slug, and I said, "Who ordered the poo-poo platter?" That was a deep cut.
It was. You say stuff like that all the time, though. Like you were just quoting Hugh Grant earlier. No one ever knows what you're talking about.
I do. I'm 2 for 2.
I was really, really happy that you knew poo-poo platter.
But when he talks to the Gen Zs, they have no clue.
No, bless their hearts.
They don't
They have
know.
no clue.
They don't know.
No.
Yeah, I know.
And I try to like, I don't know. It's gotten me in so much trouble, but I can't talk normally. Like I do. My grandma said that I should have been like a voice actor. Because I don't know. I'll start like in class and like today when I was teaching 6th grade woodwinds and I just started like going in a British accent for I don't know why. And they just like go with it. I guess because I'm crazy, but they just like go with it. And I don't know. So like movie quotes and like voices and like characters and that's my lane. That's crazy and that's my lane. And some people don't get it, some people don't understand. But sorry about you.
I've been referring to video games a whole lot, and that's something kids can understand.
Depending on the game. You also sometimes refer to like anime. And it works for the kids that have, the one kid in the room.
Yeah,
that
no,
knows what
I
you're
don't
talking about.
refer to it in mass. It's like I refer to it in one kid that I know enough about them to refer to it.
Sometimes I am
When?
the kid and I have no idea what you're talking about.
When have I talked about
I've
anime?
seen you do it before.
When?
I don't know. Do you want like a timestamp?
Yes.
I don't have that
Okay,
available.
this is always the
I'm so
situation.
sorry. I
This
have
is-
seen you do it before.
This is always the situation. Is that I'll ask for like a proof or a time, and Alexa's just like, that one time. I'm like,
That one
which
time?
time? That one time? Which time? That day?
All right,
that
January
day.
5th,
I'm like,
about 8:11
no,
a.m.
what context are you
work
talking
for you?
about? What context are you talking about? Well, you did it the other day. When? When the other day? When you were talking to so and so. Are you sure? Yes. I don't think
Yes.
you are.
Sometimes your memory is poor.
No.
Yes.
Still trapped this one.
Okay. Sure. Sure.
Talking about like referring to anime. Now, I did. What's something you wish you could bring back? Like pure nostalgia.
I have been so the last 2 years, I have been to a Creed concert with my dad, and Zach will
By
not
choice?
go by choice. It has like healed something in me, and Zach will not go with me. We could have gotten like front row seats for like 5 doll hairs in Lubbock when we were at Tech, and he would not go. He has been invited to I think no less than 4 Creed concerts with me, and he will not go. He is embarrassed to know me. Like, will not walk on the same side of the road with me when I wear like my Creed shirts. I wish that Creed was played on the radio more. Because they are so good. It's so good because they don't have any new music. Everything is like old stuff, and then you know all of the words because they don't have anything new. It's fantastic.
What's
I
your go-to Creed song?
Okay, John Shriver asked me this the other day. I can't narrow it down to
Why was John Shriver asking
So
you this
we
question?
went to go eat lunch, me and Zach and John, and we were just talking, and I mentioned that because I was going to a Creed concert with my dad, and Zach was we were going to WinStar, and Zach was our driver, and he was gonna go play in the casino while we went to the concert, and we were like, "John, do you wanna go?" And he was like, no." I don't really like Creed, but so we just ended up talking about Creed, and how
I
much I
just
love
texted
Creed.
John, "What's your favorite Creed song?"
He's like he'd be like, what?" John and I have the same birthday. John and I are like
Ooh.
twins, so that's the only reason why Zach could remember my birthday, is because he ties it to John Shriver's birthday. So, fun fact.
Zachary Elizabeth Sims. God.
And that's the only way he knows our wedding day, our anniversary, because I engraved it on the inside of his wedding band. So,
I thought you were going to say
pro
because of
tip,
John Shriver.
it's a Josh Driver. No. Nope, I'm sure John would be like, "Bro, your anniversary's coming up. You need to get it together."
You probably would be.
He would. John's a
But
good
what's
friend.
your favorite Creed song?
I can't narrow it down to one song. It's an album,
Oh, okay, okay.
and I told John Shriver that it was Human Clay, but I think now it might be Weathered.
With arms wide
Yes.
open.
This is a weird statement. I feel like I may have seen Creed in concert in like 2002.
No, were you
I'm
at
not sure.
2001 at the halftime show at Cowboy Stadium?
No, I was too
Oh,
young for that. Probably. I don't know. I'd have to ask my sister about that. My sister was a huge Creed fan.
I don't
That was
know,
popular
like
when because you and Jose graduated from high school the same year. Like that was really popular. Like when you guys were like
Yeah.
right
I
in high
know,
school.
it was peak,
It was. And my
peak.
sister's the exact same age. So
Everybody is just missing out.
Yeah. Sorry, I was more in the Lincoln Park
Yep.
camp.
I didn't like Lincoln Park.
I was in
My
that
brother
camp.
had a Linkin Park CD.
Green Day.
Did you know that the
Yeah.
lead singer of Lincoln Park now is a Scientologist? Like you know how
Huh.
Chester
I think it
died,
kinda tracks.
and then they it's a woman. She's a Scientologist.
Kinda tracks.
What was one of the other big bands
I was,
back
like,
then?
Nickelback.
hard
Nickelback.
Nickelback. I was hard into, like, 90s country. Still am. I saw
Country
a
hit different.
I saw a study that it said whatever music you listen to from, like, 18 to, like, 22, is, like, your music, and, like, you don't really, like most people, like, don't ever, like, add new music to that, and I think that's right. I think I just, like, stopped growing new music,
I
like
feel
radio
that.
stuff. I had Green Day CDs. This is all before Zach knew me. He would definitely not have dated me in high school if we went to the same high school. No way, no how.
I'm trying to think. I liked a lot of punk back then. Blink 182.
I was never into boy bands, though. Like Backstreet
Really?
Boys and NSYNC.
NSYNC.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
I just texted my sister and asked her if I'm crazy or if we went to a Creed concert, and she just sent me back like the loony, like. So I guess I'm crazy. We went to a lot of concerts. I don't know why I thought we saw Creed. I think it was just. I think she saw Creed, and I just am tacking myself onto her.
I never went to concerts. Nobody ever came to Waco,
My sister
ever.
did. She went
Yeah.
to like. She would like one time she like got in a lot of trouble because she was a bad kid, I guess, but she skipped a football game. She was the quad player to go to a concert in Dallas. So
Shoot.
she got in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, no way. I'd have gotten in so much trouble. No.
Who came through? Oh, it was Cisco came through Waco not too
Like
long
what,
ago.
a couple years ago?
Yeah.
I wanted to go so bad. We had like a contest,
We had something
or
happening.
we were booked that day. Otherwise, we would
We
have
would
been
have gone
there.
to that.
Was it for, like, the
Sounds
fair?
Oh, it was, like,
Like,
even
what is
more
it like a
random. Like, he was, like, in
the
I think he
Margarita and
was
Salsa Festival?
not
no,
even. He was, like, at Indian Springs Park, I
it
think.
was at I thought it was at the backyard bar and
Was
grill.
it?
I think so.
'Cause I felt like there was one that he did that was, like
Because I'm pretty sure Nelly came through.
Nelly was at the backyard.
Yeah. I think it was all in the same round.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was 2
Could
different
you
concerts.
imagine seeing Nelly and Cisco same round?
No, in
I think
Waco,
it was 2
Texas?
different con
No. 0% chance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
That's what I'm saying. There's
Time
culture here now.
Times have
Mm,
changed. So
no.
if it wasn't banned, what would it have been?
Well, I really tried hard for marine biology. And then for, like, various reasons, doors were very obviously closed. Um, I follow this guy on Instagram, and he lives in Canada, and he is an engagement photographer. So he's one of the guys who, like, you're, like, on your little hike in Banff, and, you're like, "Will you take a picture?" And then, like, the dude proposes. He's, like, one of the photographers for hire. I think that would be amazing. I love, landscape photography and just, like, taking picture if I could take pictures of mountains all day long, that'd be amazing. Um, that was one of the best trips ever, um, was going to Canada and going hiking and just I don't even know how many pictures I took of that trip. It was amazing. I think I would like to do some kind of photography. That would be super cool. I always wanted to work for NASA. I don't know what I would do, but I think that would be out of this world to work for NASA. I'm a super nerd. I don't know, like some kind of archaeology, dinosaurs, something. I don't know. That's so hard because I love so many things. I don't know. I really don't know. Zach has asked me that before, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. I guess you're stuck with me. Sorry. I have no idea.
Well, I mean, that's kind of been like you even said, like you have your five minors, you've had this very interesting track. And I think it's because you have just a thirst for knowledge and a thirst for like
For sure.
different things. And so that's like you're extroverted in that way, and that's pretty interesting. And I think that's really really cool, because that just like you are the forever student.
Yes. Like I talked to my our elementary principal last year, and I was like, I think I'm having a midlife crisis. I think I want to go back to school and get a master's. And she was like, "Oh, cool. What in?" And I was like, "I have no idea." And she's like, "Well, why do you?" And I was like, I don't know. I guess I just kind of I haven't been in the classroom in so long, and I know I would be a very different student now than what I was when I was going to college, and I definitely didn't do it all right. Like, I would for sure do a lot of classes very differently, but I don't know, like, I don't know what I would study, I don't know what I would get a master's in, I don't know I have no clue. I mean, it could be, like, any of 45 things. Not business. That sounds 0% fun. But
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool that, like, I've used all of the parts of my degree at some point in some way. Chemistry, not as much, but, like, all of the parts of my degree, like, I've used them all. So that's pretty validating.
Yeah.
So if we were to travel in the Shiner area, the Shiner Triangle, Austin, Houston, and San Antonio, where are we going to eat?
There are now more banks than eating places in Shiner, so
Banks.
banks. So not really. Well, if you come to Shiner, there's a place called Sunken Garden, and it's like a kind of not really a buffet. You like weigh your food at the end, kind of like a Luby's.
All right.
Pick- Alexa, do you remember Piccadilly in the Richland
Yes.
Mall? Okay,
Oh,
it's kind of
yes.
like that.
My mom, like, when the weather was really bad, like, 2 nights ago, she texted me and was like, "Hey, I'm, like, a little bit hungry. Well, how about we, like I pick you up and we go to Piccadilly? And I was like,
So
"Mom."
good. That's like comfort food.
I wish it was still open. Did you ever go?
No.
Oh, man, you
It's
missed it.
so
And the
good.
Lake Air Mall,
Yes.
especially there was one at the Richland Mall too. Lake Air Mall, that's where you would go walk through Montgomery Ward and go to Piccadilly. I'm speaking a foreign language to
Jose
you right
has
now.
no clue.
He has no clue what's
No,
going on.
I'm not a
Bless
Waco
your heart.
native.
And Gold
The
McGill
Lake
was
Erie
also in the Lake Air
yes.
Mall.
The Lake Erie Mall, it RIP, doesn't exist anymore,
Well, it's a
but
Target now,
yeah.
so
But Target used to be over
off of
on
Highway
the other
6.
side
Yeah,
by the
yep.
Winn-Dixie, which is like a surgical
Yeah,
center now.
yeah. They're all doctors.
They're all doctors.
All the old stores are now
They're
doctors'
doctors.
offices.
Okay, so if we're not in China, we don't really go to Houston very often. Houston is just like a blob in
Yeah.
Texas. I don't really know much about Houston. It's too humid over there. My hair does weird things in Houston. I don't really shout out to people in Houston. Filthy, I love you, but it's just too hot over there, and I don't know. Um, Austin, kinda the same way, like, I just kinda, like, drive through Austin. I don't really know if I, like, would stop in Austin and be like, "I gotta go eat here." I love San Antonio. That's kind of my vibe, and I think kind of why we're, like, in South Texas, um, is to be kinda close to San Antonio. If I were to go to San Antonio, I would take you to a place called Alamo Cafe. It is delicious. There are 2 of them. That's where we had our rehearsal dinner, for our wedding. They have really good chicken fried steak. Um, it's delicious. They make their own tortillas, and they're, like, the kinda puffy ones. It's so good. It's so good. We can go during TMEA. It's delicious. That's my, like because it's not on the Riverwalk, and if you wanna get, like, away from the folk, go to Alamo Cafe. It's so good. Um My favorite place, I can't tell you, it's a super secret place. If you're my, like, bestie friend, I've taken you here, um, but I can't tell you because I don't want the people to go overcrowd it. It's that important to me. It's delicious. I
Called
love
Mi
it.
Tierra.
No! That I get so overstimulated there. I'm just, like, looking around at, like, I can't. Meats here, it's fine,
I
but
don't like going there. Jose likes to take
no.
if we have, like, an All-State or whatever, he likes to take the kids there because it is cool, like, if you've never been someplace like that,
Yes.
we always have to get a pastry, but I don't wanna go because there's always a line, it's always 2 hours
I don't
long.
like people. I mm-mm.
Yeah,
I
people
love, and since Zach is from, San Antonio-ish, basically, um, we know, like, the San Antonio places. Hong Fong, it's on Broadway, it's Chinese food, so good. Um, Ding Hao is another Chinese food place. We love Chinese food. Um, I think it's on 410. Those are so good. So, so, so good. I love going to San Antonio.
you're
So,
making me wanna go
yeah,
to San Antonio.
So good.
few
TMEA
weeks.
is coming up.
All right, we got some quick fire questions that are never quite quick fire. Okay, so Taylor Swift, Miley Cyrus, Ariana Grande, or Sabrina Carpenter?
That list
None.
has gotten long.
None.
She
No.
said 9.
None. We went
Pass.
to a Rascal Flatts concert. I drug Zach to that one too.
I have seen Rascal
Um,
Flatts.
it's so good. I got so much crap back in the day for liking Rascal Flatts. Wiley and I went to a Rascal Flatts concert, like, way long time ago. It's
I
so
mean,
good.
I like Rascal
They
Flats.
came to
They're
Waco.
just
They did come to
It's
Waco.
so
very
good.
nasally.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Quite a bit of head voice there.
Life is a
That was, like, 2000, like, 8 or 2009, and T Swift was the opening act, for Rascal
Whoa.
Flatts, and when she had,
Whoa.
like, the sparkly guitar and, like, the super curly hair, and we were like, "Who is this chick? And who buys a T-shirt for the opening act?" We were like, okay." And now she's, like, a gabillionaire and, like, okay, clap, clap for you, T
Yeah,
Swift.
Rascal Flats. Who?
I
Yeah.
know, right?
They were in cars.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have a favorite rom-com?
I don't think I can narrow it down. I love any romantic movie. I don't know if it's like rom-com or romantic. Is it romantic drama? I don't know what you call it. I love Moulin Rouge. That's such a good movie.
Oh, that is not a calm.
It's not a comedy,
There's
no,
some
for sure.
con.
There is calm, but in
Yeah,
over
I mean,
general,
yeah, it's a
not a calm.
rom.
I don't like to
musical?
watch that movie. It's not in the same league as Ghost as far as like do not put it on the TV. Stop.
What
But it is kind
God,
of
that is
it's almost there.
so good
So
at the end.
The music
That could
is
be a
good.
marching show. Your costumes
There's,
would need some like
the
ugh,
elephant medley.
Yeah.
so good.
That is so good.
Yeah.
Ooh, Roxanne.
Uh-huh.
Oh man.
You
I
just gotta
know.
ask Sting first, so you don't have to pay him royalties every
Yeah.
day for the rest of your life.
Oof. He's in jail now.
Well,
P.
he still
Diddy.
got to pay the royalties.
P. Diddy.
Sting's still getting his paycheck.
Oh,
Is the Notebook isn't a rom-com because it's
no, it's
sad.
more, yeah, it's more rom.
Also
Romantic
rom-dram.
Rom-dram.
Like
I don't
Titanic. Titanic's a rom-dram, I would say.
Titanic. I saw that in 6th grade in the theater in Waco.
Ooh.
My
So
mom
did my mom and my sister.
So,
she dropped us off and we watched Titanic as 6th graders. Like,
Oof.
I know, living that life. I don't know if rom-com.
music and lyrics.
Oh, I love that one.
Long distance.
Long distance.
Failure to launch.
You watch obscure rom-coms though.
How to lose a guy
I mean,
in
I've
10
seen-
days.
But I feel like that's everybody's answer. How to lose a guy in 10 days.
When Harry
10
Met
things I hate about
Sally.
10 things I hate about you. Now that's a good movie.
Yeah. Taming the Shrew.
Underrated. I don't know if I can answer rom-com.
She's All That.
That's a good one. That one's really good.
Did I said failure to
You've Got
launch?
Mail.
You've Got Mail.
See, those are movies that like my mom and I would watch like on Sundays. Like You've Got Mail, Sleepless in Seattle,
Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman. So good.
I love
So
Pretty
good.
Woman.
Dirty
She's Not in My
Dancing. So
League.
good.
Dirty Dancing. I love
Nobody
Pretty
puts
Woman.
baby in a corner. I carried a watermelon.
We say that a lot. That is
Carry
one of our frequent movie
watermelon.
quotes.
Bless Zach's heart. He can't quote movies. He's the guy who's like, oh yeah, she's in the blah 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 movie. I'm like,
What did
not
I get
even
upset
close.
about the other day? What did I get upset?
You get upset a lot. It's hard to keep track.
It was in reference to like when somebody asks you if you're a god, you
say
yes.
yes. It wasn't at me. It was at somebody else.
Was that Corbin?
I think so. Because I had to find the GIF and send
Yeah.
it.
You know where that's from?
I think it was.
If someone asks you if you are a god, you say yes.
Yeah, hold on. Say it. What is it?
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. Okay. I haven't seen that
I think
in forever.
that you were mad at me because I answered a question and that's what you came back with. And somebody else, I think it was Corbin, was like, huh?
That's what, like, when
That's
I was
weird,
like, Phil?
Phil Connors? Ned Ryerson? Okay. I've seen Groundhog Day like 1,000 times.
See, Zach, it's nice to have somebody to like bounce movie quotes off of because Zach doesn't. Zach reads, I watch movies. And I'm just like, I'll spout them off and he's just like, oh, good for you.
I do
Good for
love
you.
a good quote.
Yeah. We do say a lot of them.
Yeah, just
most
like
of them like
super-
wildly out of context.
Yeah. Super obscure, just out of pocket.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
fine.
that's all you need. Is pineapple acceptable on a pizza?
Pineapple is disgusting.
My gosh.
Absolutely not.
The podcast
Do
is over.
not come near me with a pineapple. No. Disgusting.
We've gone on a streak of like 3 or 4 people that have all said no.
Good, because not only does it not belong on a pizza, the only thing that belongs on a pizza is pepperoni and black olives. But pineapple is disgusting.
Pepperoni and black olives with pineapple is great.
No, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. The best pizza in the world is Mazio's thin crust pepperoni.
I
R.I.P.
haven't thought about
Mazio's.
Mazio's in a long time.
So good. R.I.P.
Whoa.
Mazio's.
I just had like some synapses connect somewhere. I know.
No, Mazio's thin crust pepperoni with black olives. It's the peak pizza. So good. Or Cece's. Zach won't take me to Cece's anymore. He calls it Feces
Yep.
Pizza. And no, he won't take me anymore.
Beautiful.
Bummer.
Is a hot
Sad.
dog a sandwich?
I think I classify hot dogs as kind of like in the same like branch on like a cladogram as tacos. As
Okay.
like for a sandwich or something to be a sandwich, it has to be like 2 separate pieces of bread. And like
Sure.
tacos and hot dogs are like more cousins because it's like one thing that folds in half.
Somebody has
I don't
said
know.
taco before. Somebody has said a hot dog is a taco, not a
I
sandwich.
think it's more a taco than a sandwich.
I'll accept that answer.
Yeah.
Toilet paper, over or under?
It's oh, what do you call it? Where it's like trademarked. What's that word?
Patent.
Patented. It's patented as over, which is the only acceptable way. If I see it under,
You
I will
fix it.
change. Yes, I will change the
Yeah.
toilet paper roll.
And then
'Cause that
report
person did it wrong.
And then
Yes.
report that person to the
Yes, it makes
you know.
my eye twitch.
To the
I'm
patent
like-
bureau.
No, to the authorities. That's who. Okay, I'm gonna find an old priest and a new
Okay, hold
priest.
on. Question I just thought about. Okay, so taco. What are those things that you get in the mornings for breakfast with a tortilla?
Taco.
A breakfast taco?
They're just a taco.
But okay,
Jose will die on this hill.
I know, and so will Zachary. But I am from north of like New Braunfels, and I grew up, as did Alexa, calling them breakfast
burrito.
burritos. So
Breakfast.
I have
don't
almost-
say it anymore. It's tacos.
I know. I have learned to like
Back away
it's
slowly.
not a war anymore. And Zach is like, a burrito is bigger, and a burrito has like more stuff and maybe like sauce on top. And like, I'm like, well, at Sonic, they call them
They
breakfast
call 'em
burritos.
burritos. Mhm.
I've almost gotten divorced over this conversation.
I just don't appreciate being appropriated.
No one's appropriating.
I feel
anything.
appropriated.
The burrito is also from your culture,
Yeah,
Jose.
but they're trying to like put the burrito in the wrong places. It's like a chimichanga.
What is a super roll? Is it a burrito or a taco?
It's a taco.
It's called a roll.
What is a super?
Tacos are folded. Rolls are rolled.
I mean, it is rolled.
So it's a burrito.
No,
Oh my God.
it's a taco.
A super roll is this very specific thing to this place. What is it? A gas station?
No,
It's a restaurant. There's like a taco restaurant in his hometown. And it's carne
taco
guisada with
it's
cheese.
It's called super taco.
What is in it?
It is the tortilla. Then it's frijoles, refried beans.
Yes.
She has a Spanish minor.
minor.
So just making sure.
I'm processing like if I would order this.
It has that. Then it's carne guisada, not asada, guisada. So with the
Guisada.
gravy.
I
And
would like
then
that, yeah.
you have the shredded American cheese. And then you just make a taco out of it.
Make a taco
See-
out of it, or is it rolled?
I mean, they call it a super
Are
roll.
tacos
That
rolled?
reads burrito to me though.
No, it's
It's
a taco.
called a super roll, and when I
It's
hear
so
roll, I
good.
think burrito because you know
It's
what
so
you have
good.
to do with the burrito that you don't have to do with the taco. Tuck the ends
Gonna
and roll it.
up.
I mean,
Well, like what do you get
Shut
at
up.
like Freebirds or like Chipotle? Are those burritos or those tacos?
those are burritos
Differentiate.
because they have rice in them.
When is the qualifier that a burrito has to have rice?
I think that's an important qualifier.
I've had tacos with rices in them.
I don't know if they're really tacos. Then.
You can talk to Velvet Taco about that. It's in their name.
Well,
Of their
Well, you
the
know,
chimichurri taco has rice in it.
Mm.
I think it's that one.
I
They're
only
the ones
really
at the
like-
taco restaurant.
anyways, we're gonna move on before we end up in a spat, in a pickle
the spat.
spat
Okay. Well,
chaw. Anyways, which Twix do you prefer, the left or the right?
Neither. Snickers.
Oh,
oh
what are your feelings on nougat?
my God.
I like it in a Snickers, but not in a Milky Way or Mars
This is a good
or Three
answer. That's a
Musketeers.
good answer.
I don't know
Three Musketeers, the
why.
worst candy.
It is. Throw in the trash. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm so, like because literally the only difference is a Snicker has nuts and all the other
It
ones
has
don't.
substance.
Exactly.
Nougat is just filler.
Yeah,
You-
but, like, it's disgusting. Like
yeah,
a Three Musketeers, it's gross.
I think there's like some candies that are only exclusively made of nougat. Maybe they're European. I don't know. But that it's like high quality and maybe it's good. But like whatever Hershey or Mars is putting in, it's Mars, I guess, like Three Musketeers, it's trash. Like no one wants to eat that. I don't
even
understand
the
people that like
word
Three Musketeers.
nougat.
Also, that's a terrible name for a candy bar. Three Musketeers.
I'm
Milky Way.
very, very picky with candy and chocolate and desserts. I don't know why. I'm created like this, but I'm very, very picky. I like Snickers. I like Butterfinger. I like Crunch Bars, and that's
You
kind of it.
lost me there.
Almond Joy.
Love Almond
I
Joy.
do enjoy a good almond.
Butterfinger, superior candy.
It's very
And-
That's
good.
right.
And Payday, even though it has whatever you're gonna say nougat in the middle, it's caramel nougat. I like Payday. Everybody can get off my case.
If there's like nothing else, okay, fine.
but it's
but-
caramel. I love caramel. It's a very caramel forward candy.
Grab a Baby Ruth and call it a day.
You know how she just said that they almost got divorced over tacos and burritos?
Yeah.
That's our Payday Baby Ruth. And thank you, Shaka Hawkins, for that.
What's your Patronus?
I remember like when the Pottermore, like all that stuff came out, and I don't remember what my Patronus is. Zach would probably say like a sloth or something like that.
That is
Yeah,
not
that's
what
about
I
right.
thought you were going to say.
He's always like, Whitney, we are going to be late. Move faster. Whitney, move. We are late. Whitney, move faster. Like, and I'm just
I
like,
can hear him saying that.
I thought you were going to say like an orca or something.
I mean, maybe, probably, but or fun fact, Jeopardy knowledge for today: orcas are the largest member of the dolphin species. More closely related. To dolphins.
I watched a video not too recently. Not
Free
too long
Willy?
ago.
Oh, I was about to ask you how many times you've seen Free Willy in your life.
I had like the necklace and the
Where are you talking about the orca that
That-
circled and killed the
The
great,
White, yeah.
I just like them because they sink boats, and I think that that's interesting. They like are very calculated.
Get
and
out of my
sink
ocean.
yachts. So I just find that
My goodness.
thrilling.
they're
Susan-
massive.
No,
Like
are
they are incredibly massive animals.
Yeah.
Like it is insane.
And they're
If
smart.
you ever get a chance to go whale watching, go whale watching. They're massive animals.
We've been. Did we see? We did.
We saw blue whales.
We didn't see. I don't think we saw blue whales.
No, we saw orcas. We saw orcas.
Did we see orcas?
We
Where
saw
were
orcas.
you?
Seattle,
No,
Alaska.
Alaska. It was. We saw orcas.
Orcas or maybe humpback whales.
We may have seen a humpback. We have pictures. I think we have a picture of an orca.
I don't know.
I don't know. When you go whale watching like that, they're always like, "We might not see any whales." I don't
Yes,
know.
and the one
then-
time I went, we didn't, and we got a dumb T-shirt. I was like, "That's not what I wanted. I wanted to see a whale. I'm
No.
supposed to be a
We
marine
wanted-
biologist. I got to see a
we
whale."
want a T-shirt. We want a whale.
Yeah, this was all PT pre-twins.
Pre-twins. Yeah, there was a lot of things back then that we got to do.
Financially supportive.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
feel you. I feel you.
Sousa King or Fillmore?
Just, it's
Well, yeah,
always
you're
She's
for
a horn
sure
player.
Yeah,
It's fair.
I
okay.
know, and that's like always the hardest piece that I pick every year because I'm just like, ah, I don't love marches. I love a paso doble. So the last like I don't know 8 years, I feel like I picked a Spanish march. We're doing Spania this year, I think.
España's fun.
As a tuba player, which one is your favorite? Who's your favorite composer?
Sousa.
Ooh, I tend to lean a little bit more towards Sousa or Fillmore.
So the funny thing about Jose though is he hates Sousa marches. The past 3 years, he's only played Sousa Marches for UIL.
Don't know how you can write what did you write, like 140 something marches? Like, how do you get that many
He
marches that
does.
sounded different?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And
They were
some of them are
humpback
really
whales, by the way.
hard. Were they?
Yeah.
You found a picture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So,
Huh?
do you have a favorite stand tune?
God, I'm gonna get, like, crap for this. I love the horse. I do. I do. Zach was like, "Don't you dare say that. People are gonna hate you." I do. I love the horse. And Zach will not buy it and copy it. Um, Going Band used to play, Wabash Cannonball.
That's a good one.
That was a bop. Um, what else do I love? 25 or 6 to 4 was so good. I love we played one in Sabinal called Brass Explosion, and I can't find a copy of it. Um, I think it's, like, permanent lead print. It was really good, and the kids loved it. We have a big flip folder in Shiner. We play a lot, all the time. But
When
Zach
you
won't play.
go that deep in
Oh,
the
I know.
playoffs, you need to
I know.
have something else in there.
We have, like, I don't even know how many now. We've tossed a couple of them out. The kids love what do they love? They love Animal, they love Down, they love Thrift Shop, like, they've got some really, really good ones, but nothing beats the horse.
Man, classic.
What's the worst stand tune?
Barbara Ann or the Hay song?
Oh, we played Barbara Ann. That
Oh.
just also unlocked, like, another memory for
No.
me.
My Sharona.
We also played that one.
Was it bad?
I don't like they
Nobody plays Louie Louie anymore.
we also played that one.
Yeah, we play Louie Louie.
We also played Hang On Sloopy in, like, 7th grade.
Nice.
Ohio State plays that, though, so that's still, like, I don't know.
We had a student teacher from Baylor one time, and we got Word Up. That was
Yeah.
fun.
Word Up is kinda hard.
It was really hard. I remember being like, "Ooh, we in over our heads here."
It's always, like, fun, and then, like, you look at it and you're like, "Oh,
And you're
oh,
like,
that's a lot of no."
Word Up? I don't know. Oh, okay.
It's like, "Oh,
Put it
the
back, put it
woodwind
back."
sing the first verse," and it's like, "Yeah, but there's, like, a lot of notes in there."
Yep. Do you have a favorite store?
Gosh, I've started this oh my god, I feel like such a mom. I've started to do grocery shopping at Aldi. I really love Aldi. They've got great stuff, and it's not as expensive. Um, Dollar Tree is fantastic. We don't live near, like, anything big enough to, like, go shopping in, so I really just get stuff on Amazon. And that's, I don't know, kinda woo-woo, but I don't know, like, I don't have time to go shopping.
I will say that in McGregor, which is, like, the path that we travel to work, we used to have a combined Family Dollar, Dollar Tree. One of
Mhm.
the half the store was red, half the store was green, and it is now only a Family Dollar. They no
The
longer a Dollar
same thing
Tree.
happened to ours in Shiner. It's just Family Dollar.
They aren't I guess they aren't doing that anymore. No more Dollar Tree.
The Dollar Tree in Yoakum is, like it is nice, it is top tier. I love that Dollar Tree. They're always fully stocked. It's amazing. Five Below is a good store.
That is a good store.
We have 2 Five Belows in Waco, and we will only go to one of them because one of them is great, and the other one is terrible.
Not great.
Yeah,
Ooh.
but so we have to go to the nice
Trying to
one.
think of, like, places I go. The store in Cracker Barrel.
Oh,
People
yes.
forget about that place. That is good. You can find some good snacks in that place.
That place rocks.
And some, like, granny sweaters.
Huh?
I love Cracker Barrel. On our first, like, I guess it was a first date, Zach, took me to Cracker Barrel. Oh, at the new Cracker Barrel in Lubbock.
Ooh.
So cute.
Jose would never. He just doesn't like Cracker Barrel.
I like it just fine.
Hash brown casserole?
He's not.
Man. Do you have a walk-up song? With arms wide open.
Oh,
I'd probably say something like that. Zach could probably, I don't know, say something like, put something where, like, somebody trips or something. I'm so accident prone. I don't know. I had to, like, re-plug in our metronome. We have, like, a digimet thing, and if you, like, look at it the wrong way, it just, like, completely shuts off, and it's, like, up high on this big shelf. So I had to, like, climb a ladder today, and all the children, like, were, like, stopped what they were doing, and they were like, "Please don't fall, please don't fall." Um, I fall in, like, all the time. It would probably be some, like, I don't know, something where, like, somebody trips or whatever. In my heart, I would want it to be, like, something Creed would be amazing. Or the Matador song. Holy cow, the Matador song? The intro fanfare to the Matador song? My tech peeps know. It's so good. So good.
What's a good spy code name for you?
I am really, really good about getting information and, like, researching stuff. If you need to know something, I got you. Least spy code name? I don't know, I'm super boring. I'm horrible with naming things. It took me, like, 9.5 months to name my children. I have no idea. I'm horrible with names. I can't remember, like, half of my students' names. I'm horrible with names. Uh,
I get it. I get it.
I'm
That's why
like, "I'll
like
remember
doing
your face,"
roles
but
so important to me because like if I don't do my role,
You don't know
I
their
I
name.
won't I won't remember their names.
no, I just have the students do it, like, sections. We call a roll in their sections, because then they like, "Okay, you have to know all your people," and so we just go around, boop, 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 boop. Always forget the French horns. Go around to your sections, and then that's how we do it quickly on a clipboard. But no, with 6th graders, I'm like, "I know your face. I don't know your name. I'm so sorry. Help me. I don't know
Yeah.
names.
Do you have a hidden talent?
I can clap with one hand."
Yeah, I can't do that.
I can't do that either.
I
Knit.
ooh.
Ooh.
I
The
made Zach a
clapping with
scarf
one
once.
hand, like I'm really perplexed by that. I guess my fingers aren't long
Her
enough.
fingers are longer than
Yeah,
yours.
my
I
goodness.
don't I have a bigger hand than Zach does. I have bigger ring size than Zach
Jose has
does.
tiny
I do
hands.
have tiny
I can
hands.
clap
I
with
can't
you can't
help
clap
it.
with one? I don't know when or how I discovered that.
My fingers don't bend like that.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Ask your students to show you see if they can clap with one hand. That's hilarious.
Can anybody clap with one hand?
Yeah, that's hilarious. It's hilarious. If you need a little I need a little laughter in your day, there you go. Brain
If
break. There you
if you
go.
could have any superpower, what would it be?
Read minds. And then if that one was
Fingers.
taken, then what is it called? Teleport, where you, like, zoom to one place. So then Zach won't say that I'm late to everything. I can just like, boom, I'm there, I beat you. Read minds would be yeah,
Wizards are never early or late. They're exactly where they need to be
exactly
at the
where they
right
need
time.
to be. Mhm.
Yep.
Lord of the Rings.
There you go. If you could have any fictional character as a best friend, who would it be?
I would want to be friends with Hermione Granger. I feel like we would be, like, too similar, and that might like, we might make each other mad. So I think I might vibe more with, like, Harry because Ron would be like, "Dude, you're annoying, get it together." But Neville is, like, kinda the savior of the world, like, unsung hero. Can I just say, like, Harry Potter cast?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
if you could invent a holiday, what would you celebrate?
I love birthdays. I would wanna celebrate my birthday, and everybody celebrate my birthday. I made the band kids sing happy birthday to me on my birthday. Like, I wish that, happy birthday I need to write it out as a stand tune. I love birthdays.
When's your birthday?
February 22nd.
Oh, it's coming up.
It's on
John
a
Shriver's birthday.
Sunday. John Shriver's birthday. It's on a Sunday this year, which sucks.
I don't know. My birthday's 2 days after Christmas.
Oh, that also sucks. Do you hate, like did you get the
Oh
Christmas/birthday
yeah,
presents?
yeah.
Ew.
This has been like kind of a point of
It's
contention.
not a point of contention.
It's been
You
a
feel
learning
you
a
feel
learning
contentious.
curve.
I don't feel contentious.
A learning curve for Alexa because I just don't make a big deal out of my birthday, and I don't care enough about it, which is like in turn difficult because I just don't feel passionate about about almost anyone's birthdays.
There are so many of them in your family.
Yeah, I
that
know. I'm kind of
That's true.
desensitized.
Mm.
So meh. So
Meh.
meh. Meh.
I'm after Valentine's Day, so don't you dare show up with, like, hearts and, like, flowers and pink stuff. No, no.
You know
But
you got that on discount.
yes, don't you dare show like, no stuffed animals. No, no, no. I was, like, very clear, "Zachary, don't you dare. No, thank you." But he's good. He's good about that.
If you could have any one animal, real or fictional, as a pet, what would it be?
A moose.
Oh, a
Moose.
A
moose.
moose. They are
What?
majestic. They're hilarious looking.
They are
They're
hilarious. Like,
amazing. Have you seen a moose, like, a real life in the
they're
wild moose?
huge.
They are not
They're
small.
massive.
They are huge, but they, like, don't do anything. They just, like, stick their head underwater and eat plants, and they look more ferocious than they are. Um, and they're just I don't know, they don't look like what they should be. They're hilarious.
Yeah. Well, it's just the same thing with like an ostrich. You
I
don't
hate
realize
birds. I hate
how.
birds. Ugh. Birds and pineapples. Disgusting.
Birds and pineapples. What a pair.
Disgusting. A bird holding a pineapple. Ugh, disgusting.
I love pineapples.
I love
No.
birds.
No.
Zay's a birder.
Not a birder. I just
He's
like
a birder.
birds.
We went to the Dole plantation in Hawaii, and they had, pineapple juice in the water fountains instead of water in the water fountains. That
That's
was a
interesting.
shock, let me tell you.
That's
interesting.
like drinking water from a can.
It just mm-mm. It was horrible. I was like, "Can we leave? There are no bananas here. Can we leave? Thank you." It's horrible. Like, pineapples, like, growing out of the ground, they're upside down, they're weird. It's not good. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
If you could have dinner with any three people, dead or alive, who would they be?
I would love to talk to I got questions for, Albert Einstein. I would love to talk to who's somebody alive who would be really cool? Adele, and then we could, like, sing. She's amazing. And then, how about who's something like music? Like Randall Standridge or somebody like
Right.
that
What a
who, like
spread.
what a spread. We would have a lot to
Spread.
talk about.
Yeah.
If you were guaranteed the answer to one question, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. I think I would, like, pull the selfish card and ask, like, did I do it right? Like, was I on the right path? Like, did I do it right?
That's a good
That's,
one.
like
No.
that's super heavy.
I just realized what my question was, and it's the complete opposite of Whitney's. Because I realized it when you asked it, even though I've heard you ask that a million times. Mine is. Do you know what mine would be?
Or Payday and Babe Ruth, the same
No, that would be yours.
thing?
Mine would be, where is the plane?
Where is the plane?
That would be my question. Anyway, hers was way more profound.
No, mine's all, like, deep and heavy and, like, ugh.
Yeah.
Where's the plane? Get off my
Where's the
plane.
plane?
Get off my plane.
My family.
Anyway.
We quote that movie way too much.
Uh,
If you had a time machine, what historical event would you go to and why?
A historical event or time period? Could I pick a time period?
Yeah, that's fine.
I love, like, period dramas. I don't know. I think I would almost pick just because they're so different from, like, where we live now and so, like, bougie, opulent, like, so far from, like, my life. Like, I don't know, like, Regency, like, something like that. Or I would go, like, way opposite other end and, like, what was, like, ancient Greece like? Or, where, like, they didn't have internet and running water and, like, let's build a road here and, like, way, way, way far back and just see, like, okay, what's life like back then? I don't know if I would stay. I'd be like, okay, nice visit," and then come back home.
it
I
was
don't know if I wanna
fun, but
Yeah. Deuces.
take some pictures and then go back. 'Cause I kinda like it here.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
Gosh, I don't know because, like, my science brain, like, I start the
yeah.
I don't know. Griffin's favorite joke, though, is why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
Was
That's funny. I have to
How
tell
how
Jonah
how
that.
how, how old is he?
He's 6.
Yeah,
I have to tell Jonah
that's
that.
a
Jonah will think it's funny.
that's a 6-year-old joke right there. If I
Huh?
ever did hear one, my goodness, I would like to get Griffin and like Jonah in the room together and see what happens.
You just
They'd
need to
probably
set up,
wrestle.
like yeah, WWE. You just need to set up, like, cameras.
Well, I picked something up from Wiley a couple weeks ago,
Oh yeah.
and I like roughed house with his 2 youngest when I was there. Like I took the opportunity, and they were like, "Ah!" I was like, "You better watch out." They're like, "Wow!" I'm like, "All right." I go, "Wiley, Paige, y'all okay with this?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure." I'm like, "Ah!" I'm over here picking up children by their feet.
You got good insurance. No, those kids, they're 4 boys, and they're basically Paige will, like, kick him outside and, like, "Nope, go outside, go play, go,
Yeah,
like, get
it's
sweaty and gross,"
Lord of the
and
Flies over there.
yes, and, like, Hudson and Griffin are, like, 2 months-ish, like, their birthdays are really, really, really close, to their middle 2, and so everybody has a playmate, and they just go, like, "Go away, go play, go, I don't know, fight, go figure it out, here's some snacks," and just watching Paige and Wiley parent 4 boys, um, I know that we're gonna all be okay because Paige and Wiley have kept 4 boys, like,
You know,
all 4 of them, like and they're cool kids, they're all 4, like, really, really, really cool kids too.
throw caution to the wind at some point.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
that's what
you have
happens.
to.
That's what happens with those. I know. I know.
Mhm.
All right, Whitney, I got one last question. Okay. Well, actually, it's a pair. Is there a Dairy Queen in your hometown?
Mm-mm.
There's
No.
not.
No.
Does Lorena not have a Dairy Queen?
No.
I
Never
thought it
ever.
did.
I don't know why I thought
There's
they
a
did too.
Sonic. They built
There
a
is a
Sonic.
Sonic.
That was the old post office.
Uh,
The new post office is off of Old Lorena
yes.
because we drive
Yes.
past it to get to the southbound
Yes.
interstate.
Yes.
Yes.
Is there a DQ in Shiner?
No. There
Oh my
apparently there
goodness.
used to be, and it's a bank. One of our I think we have 5 banks now.
What is with the banks?
Yes, it turned it that's what I heard. It was before
All
my
that
time.
all that beer money.
There no, in Lorena, there's a Chicken Express.
Mhm.
Well, there used to be. Now it's a Bush's. Um, and they built a Sonic, and
There's a
there's like
Mexican
a
restaurant.
yes, and there's like a is it called Pizza Junction? I
That sounds
think,
right.
like in the little corner.
I'm still waiting for them
That's
to
it.
do something with that turnoff next to Brookshire's.
Oh my gosh, because there's a stop sign, but there's no
The first time I went
intersection.
there, I sped through that because my grandparents live right off the highway. You turn at the Sonic, to go to their house, and I, like, sped through that stop sign, like, "When the heck did that get
It
there?"
doesn't make any sense.
No! Why would there is not enough traffic in this world for there to
I
be a
don't
stop sign there.
I don't
No.
No,
understand it.
ever.
It's not even an intersection.
No.
It's just
No.
Just taking the L on that one.
It just I don't know.
What's your DQ order? What's your Blizzard order?
Oh, this is gonna get me
she's
fired
picky
too.
with desserts. She
I
wants
am. I don't super love Dairy Queen. I do. I know, I know, I know. I do love Katie's frozen custard in Waco, though.
I also love Katie's frozen custard.
I get the turtle, and it is delicious. If I had to go to Dairy Queen, Zach loves Dairy Queen. I get the Butterfinger Blizzard,
Solid.
It's a good choice.
just
I like
or
the
a
Butterfinger
dipped
blizzard too.
cone,
Also
just
good.
like
Yep.
your basic dipped cone.
It's good stuff.
It's
Well,
good.
Whitney, I think that's all I got.
Oh,
Awesome.
that's all I have. Thanks for coming and talking to us and
Thank you, guys.
sharing all of your knowledge.
Do y'all have school tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh man. Wow.
Yes. Gotta get
Best
ready
of
for
luck
UIL.
tomorrow. Woo.
Well,
Woo.
all right. Well, thanks for listening to Band Yap. We'll see you next time. Bye.
We out.